Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is the Apostate Prophet. How is everybody doing? As always, we're just on time. Thanks, everyone, and welcome to the greatest show the world has ever seen. And I have with me here a guest who happens to be 2% Jewish.
2.7%. Don't be underselling me, huh? Why you introduced me as 2%, AP? Huh?
Because you're.
Did you introduce the last guy as 2% when he's 2.7%? Huh? 2%?
Yes.
That sounds like milk. That sounds like milk. 2.7% sounds Jewish. All right, go ahead.
Yes, that's why I introduced you like that. That
Why
is why I did this. Why are you stuttering? Why are you stuttering? Very interesting question. Wait a minute. Let me see. I want to mess with your sound here. Automatically adjust mic volume. Can you speak now? Say hello.
Check. You want me to adjust things on my end? Check.
You're lower now. Wait. All right.
Why stuttering?
Okay, good. Got that. All right. Yes.
How about no? I don't buy your Ella.
So how are you doing, David?
How about no?
What are you? These soundboards are really a great investment.
Yeah, they're pretty fun.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's the best thing I've ever had. So a lot of stuff is going on today. Yesterday, the ground incursion, the ground operation by Israel was started into Gaza. The first sign that we saw was basically Israel turned off all kinds of telephone and internet access and things like that. Gaza went into a blackout, and then Israel went in. And Netanyahu said that this is the beginning of a long and difficult war. He said it's the beginning.
Wait. Did he take Mohammed Hijab's advice into consideration? Because remember, Hijab said you should just invade and be men. So now they're doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, doing what Hijab said. So no more complaining, Hijab. Israel's doing exactly what you want.
Be a
They're
man.
invading on foot, going house to house, man to man, just like you wanted.
Be a man. Be a man. And the thing is, it's very dangerous to actually go into Gaza and have a fight there among residential buildings, because you often see the images of homes collapsed and this and that, and it looks like a regular place, but it is considered one of the most densely populated places in the world. And
that's a nightmare. That is a nightmare to go into.
Yeah,
you can have snipers in various windows. People set booby traps all over the place.
Yeah.
So you go in, you check on something, the place blows up, and so on. So no, it's a nightmare, and that's why they tend to do plenty of bombing ahead of time.
They also repeated and said, "We repeat one more time. Last warning: evacuate the north of Gaza immediately. Get out of there if you are not a combatant." And they went in. So I don't know. Ugly things are going to unfold. Ugly things are going to happen. And of course, everyone knows that Gaza is a terrible, terrible place in a horrible condition because of how Israel oppresses Gaza and all of that. Definitely. For example, I want to show here how terrible Gaza is.
What's going on, Shababs? We're here about my favorite ornament in the whole city. I love Gaza.
This is actually a video from several years ago, 4 years ago, where
They keep talking about this being an open air prison. I want to say this is exactly what prison was like for me. I mean, exactly. Just chilling on a beach, sitting on an I love prison sign. I love open air prison sign. Gaza open air prison.
like this is a whole video, which is basically an advertisement with the Turkish state television to promote Gaza as a place to visit and as a wonderful, beautiful place, with a lot of stuff to do and life to enjoy, with a wonderful university to study, the beach that you can go to, and all kinds of things. It is pretty incredible that
Where you come
like it has huge markets here with
here to get your bling bling and look fresh.
look where you can get your bling bling and look fresh and all of that.
Exactly like prison. Except we had to make necklaces out of they would take the wrapping of potato chip bag, and they would use the foil from the potato chip bags and then wrap string around it. That's how you make pendants and stuff. But it's exactly like this this in the background. So this is exactly like prison, except for different materials.
Yeah. And why am I showing this? Why am I showing this?
ياسر حبوب
Why am I showing this?
ماشي كويس
الأمور ماشية يعني فلوس. It's around 5 o'clock here. This is see all of the city.
Yeah. Look at this. Why am I David, why am I showing this? Why do you think I'm showing this?
To show that this is exactly like open air prison. I mean, this is an open air prison. It's a giant prison. And I don't know. You're going to show stuff where this is all bombed to shreds?
Nope.
Oh, well, then it's just prison.
Yeah.
This is exactly like prison, guys.
I'm showing this.
You guys see movies, but in real life, this is what prison looks like.
Yeah.
Just chilling on a beach.
I'm showing this specifically not because I want to say, oh, look at this. This is a wonderful place. Bombing, it doesn't do anything to this. They're not victims and all that. What I'm trying to show here is the extreme exaggeration that people always come up with when they say, Israel is oppressing Gaza so brutally. It is an open air prison. People are living horrible lives. They're living in dirt and this and that. There's nothing they can do. That's a very brutal exaggeration. Yes, in Gaza, people don't necessarily live the best lives out there, and a lot of that is on the rulers. A lot of that is on Hamas. But living there is quite comparable to average life in other surrounding places, in other surrounding Arab countries. They have entertainment facilities. They have luxury high-end neighborhoods where you can find mansions. They have all kinds of different things there. Just a few days ago, I read news of
prison.
Yeah, I read news of a public pool where people were swimming, shot down by Hamas, not by Israel, by Hamas, because they found it immoral, unacceptable that they were letting women and men mix freely in the pool. So Hamas came and shut it down. Was it Israel that got in the way of them having fun and living their lives? No, it was Hamas. So yes, Gaza is under difficult circumstances because there is a blockade on Gaza, but the blockade is only in place because of Hamas, and life there is pretty average, and in fact will be touted as amazing by people like these. They are not in a position where they have to basically live like animals by force, and they can't do anything else aside get out of this prison and then kill 1,400 people, including torturing them brutally, raping them, and so on. That's incredibly stupid of a propaganda.
I got to tell you, all I'm seeing is prison right now.
It is
This is like giving me flashbacks of prison and jail.
It is basically like prison. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically almost like prison. But anyway, so Gaza, as we know, is a terrible place, horrible place, a lot of suffering, a lot of stuff happening there.
What do you have, like 700 tabs open?
Yeah, like 700 or something like that, close to 700.
You can't even tell what those are because you got too many open.
This is a very nice video by Caspian Report that actually made a summary of how fighting here would be difficult. But I just want to actually show a small footage of what this was going into. Okay, here.
In
Look at that. That is a nightmare. That is a nightmare to go up into.
Yeah.
Gaza could get real ugly real fast. To give color to the military
What did he say earlier? Why? Let's see.
incoming Israeli tanks and vehicles. Gaza is also considered one of the most densely packed urban areas in the world. So house-to-house fighting in Gaza could get real ugly real fast.
But imagine this: the Israeli army goes in here. The Israeli army said in advance to the people who are non-combatants, get out, evacuate, leave that region. They will now go in there, and Israel is not. I guess you have to admit, the people behind the Israeli operation here are not thinking, oh, this is going to be easy. It's going to be so good. We're gonna go in there and just
That's a
massacre a bunch of people. No, they don't want to do this, and they are actually very concerned about this. They will probably have a lot of casualties.
Yes, you are. A lot of IDF soldiers are going to die going in here because it's just there are too many places to hide. It's too easy to be a sniper in a window. It's too easy to set booby traps and so on. And again, they're going to be trying to avoid civilians, and Hamas are going to be dressed as civilians. Oh no, what are you doing? Yes, no, I'm with you. I'm on your side. I'm on your side. Till you turn around, and then they shoot you in the back and so on.
The whole strategy by Hamas. It should be obvious to some people who have some idea of how different groups operate, or some people who are familiar with terrorist groups or guerrilla groups. The whole strategy here was to go into Israel, cause as much damage as possible, kill people, take hostages, and then to retreat. It was never to just continue to retreat, to then let Israel respond and possibly come in. Now Israel is actually, and Israel is aware of this. Now Israel is actually going in slowly, but very carefully. What they are going to do now,
as Mohammed Hijab said.
Yes. What Hamas is probably doing,
Mm-hmm.
They probably anticipated this. What they're probably doing is to set up lots of traps, lots of, ambush positions and this and that to take out as many IDF soldiers as possible. And Hezbollah warned that if Israel goes in, they might attack from the north, which is why the United States is on alert to deploy or to at least avert or intercept missiles and other attacks. But it's a very difficult situation. This is not like a walk in the park. This is not like Israel saying, "Oh, perfect opportunity. Let's go in and let's kill everybody." No, this is Israel is probably proper concerned right now. I don't want to say scared, but concerned, very concerned right now, because this could end really, really badly.
Oh, it's I mean, they can achieve total victory, and it's still going to be a big mess, because it is extremely easy, again, to be, to just hang out in a window with a sniper rifle. If you have a couple hundred people scattered around the town willing to do that, and then you've got people dressed as civilians who are gonna be shooting at you or blowing you up. Then you've got kids whose parents have trained them to be martyrs and so on. And hey, go up to, hey kid, take this grenade and walk over to those soldiers. Then what do the soldiers do? They either have to shoot the kid while he's carrying the grenade, or let him walk up to them with a grenade. It's just a disaster. And then very easy to set mines all over the place. Very easy to put a grenade. You pull the pin out, but you leave something holding the grenade from, the clip from popping off, and you put it under something that a soldier's going to lift up while he's looking for something. He's going to go in there. He's going to pick something up. Boom, grenade goes off in his face. So anyway, yeah, pretty crap situation.
And here's also the problem. So when we look at this, it's when you look at the actual detail and think about the logistics of such a ground battle, ground operation, such a war, it looks very, very grim, very problematic. And lots of people say, well, Israel should do ceasefire. Israel should target Hamas only, and this and that. What exactly do people think can be done? People act like they're like these genius strategists, and they know exactly how you go in and do like a very precise surgical operation against only Hamas members. But how exactly do you think this could be done in any other way than bombing the hell out of the place and slowly and very carefully going in? And even then, it's very risky.
Yeah, what's that dude? I think you did one of your day shows on him. But what's that guy's Young Turks guy? I know, I know his name on the screen, but you're actually Turkish.
Cenk Uygur.
Okay, the C is pronounced as a J.
Yeah, it's Cenk.
Okay, good, Cenk, because I heard him called that, but I've also heard people call him Cenk. Yeah. So people just don't know. And why? I don't mean to go off topic, but why is Turkish the only language that like completely destroys the concept of transliteration, right? Like if you like the idea of transliteration is okay, whatever letter this sounds like, we're going to use that letter. So it should just be a J, but they don't do it. They're just let's take random letters and insert them in for completely other sounds, even though you have letters that make those sounds. Anyway, long story short.
This is very ironic because people always complain about English, how you pronounce nothing the way it is spelled.
That's true. There is that problem, but you can learn those rules. But the point is, someone at some point was transliterating and like, hey, it's pronounced Cenk. Let's use a C instead of a J while we're transliterating. That's just moron. Anyway, but that dude is a perfect example. He's like, oh, I'll tell you how to do it. I'll tell you how to do it, Pierce. What you got to, it's like with Bin Laden. You go in there, you go surgical. You just get the guy. It's like, you're actually comparing this to Osama bin Laden, who's on his own little compound with just like his wives on a couple other people. And you can go in there. You can go in a mission for that guy and get that guy out. When you have thousands of people spread throughout a place, it's kind of a different story.
This guy.
Yeah, look at this dope right here.
Such an.
He's and I'm not even. Again, I liked Bassem Youssef and stuff like that. The points he's making aren't tremendously different from any of the points anyone else is making, but he doesn't sound like an idiot to me. This guy Cenk here sounds like a complete dope.
He's such an idiot. Look at this. He has a very important message, which I completely forgot.
I'm running for president.
After this guy spoke on this matter, I kind of changed my mind. I feel like we shouldn't be dropping bombs anymore. Israel should stop immediately. Look at what he says here. It's very crucial.
Writing the name of your child on their legs so that you could find them in the rubble after Israel or any government drops a bomb on them. And I need the West to understand something. Bombs kill people.
Whoa.
Did you know
they
that?
Do? Wait, whoa. Did he say bombs kill people?
Yeah, I had no idea. This is insane.
This guy should be president of the United States, man.
I know. This is insane. This is like
it's good. It's good Pierce has him on to be sharing this powerful information.
Yeah. I don't think anybody
Wait, just to clarify, he's saying if you drop a bomb on me, it could kill me?
Yeah, it sounds stupid, but that's what he's saying. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
you know how they kill people? They incinerate them alive, or their heads explode. So what happened in Israel was
my head's exploding right now with this information.
Yeah. So, by the way, I also found out after I saw this, I found out that if you shoot somebody, they die too. Like if you shoot somebody in the head, it kills them, for example, because the bullet goes in there and it drills into your head and it kills you.
No, I think they just fall asleep and then they wake up.
Yeah, you're probably misinformed, like most people. But yeah, this guy is bringing out the real truth here, man.
Wow.
He's
dropping truth bombs.
Yeah, absolutely.
All over Pierce Morgan.
Yeah, Cenk Uygur is amazing. And he's going to be the future president.
It's Cenk, getting janky with it.
But I just think there is now a huge ongoing escalation that would the
on Young Turks, we covered the atrocious actions of Hamas right from the get-go, and we condemned it as fully as anyone can possibly condemn it. Because not only are they killing those poor innocent Israelis that didn't do anything, those
occupiers. Say it right, Cenk.
You have to be fair. At least he is one of the very few who actually voices the opposition and the disgust at the other side too. Unlike this woman here. Did you see this interview?
I saw a clip of this. Is this the chick who said she quoted 532 and said that according to Islam, if anyone kills a man, it's as if he's killed all mankind? She actually quoted that.
Is that? I don't know.
Yeah,
She
she
didn't do
did
it
that.
here.
This
She
chick
didn't
did.
do it here. Not here. I don't think here. But she did it somewhere else. Maybe, I don't know.
I saw a clip of this chick, and she says, "Oh, of course, yes, we're against killing civilians. The Quran teaches if anyone kills a man, it's as if he's killed all mankind." Like, that's a quote from the Talmud. You've got a Muslim woman quoting the Talmud, not realizing it's from the Talmud, and not obviously not going with the very next verse, which would justify all of this.
You know what's so insane here? It's like the whole conversation. And her, what's her name again? Emily Austin or something like that. I forgot. Emily Austin. Yeah, she actually did a great job here and called her out on her hypocrisy. But I just want you to react to something here very, very telling off the very beginning. Look at this.
I've interviewed some pro-Palestinian voices in the last 2 weeks who were emphatic immediately. Let me make it clear. What happened on October the 7th was a disgusting terrorist attack, an abomination. And then they go on to talk about the plight of the Palestinian people and maybe the historical conflict and so on. And I have great respect for people that do that. I've got to say, I really struggle with anyone who just cannot have the humanity to start by saying what happened on October the 7th was appalling, an outrage. Do you feel it was?
I think Palestinians are tired of that being the starting point constantly, when right now there are 6,000 Palestinians who have been killed in Gaza, over 2,500 of them children, 33 mosques leveled, hospitals leveled. So we're tired of that being the main goal of the conversation.
It's not the main goal.
Part of it.
Look where she immediately went. Right?
And by the way, she's that's complete nonsense. Everyone everyone comes on. Yes, I condemn that. Now let's talk about Israel for the next 20 minutes.
Yeah,
that's what
it's very
everyone
simple.
does. And all she could have done it right there instead of saying, "Hey, I'm sick of this," and she could have just said, "Yes, I condemn the killing of the civilians now," and then blasted Israel like everyone else does.
Yeah, but unfortunately she didn't. In fact,
the starting point of this war. Yeah, but hang on, it's the starting point of this war.
Outside
it's not the main goal of what I want the conversation to be.
The starting point was when 750,000 Palestinians were ethnically cleansed, were expelled from their homelands during the Nakba, which my grandparents fled Palestine because of the Nakba, because of the massacres and the rapes that they heard. So to me, that's the starting point. That's my experience.
Look now. Emily Austin, the first person I've seen, much respect to her.
Wait,
actually,
who's Emily?
This woman here is Emily. Yeah, I had no idea who she was.
Who's the other girl?
Her name is Nardine Kaswani. And she also is quoted as saying, "I hope that every Zionist before he dies hears pop, pop." And this was also brought up in this conversation, and she just ignored it.
Hats off to Pierce for actually just telling people to come on a show and have this stuff out. But yeah, go ahead.
But you actually have somebody who actually says all Zionists, they should be killed, basically. And she comes on here and then pretends to, have an actual conversation, calls the others genocide advocates or deniers. But look at this.
With the Nakba, because the only Nakba is the part that people forget to address. 1948, after the partition plan, the Jewish state called in the Arabs to live prosperously and peacefully in the land. But what happened the very next day, not even 24 hours later, is the alleged Nakba, where the Arab Leagues declared war on the Jewish state, that we just agreed to have our two-state solution. And what did they tell their people? Leave the state. Let us get the land back. Let's ethnically cleanse the Jewish people. And once we defeat them in this war, you will come back to the land. So the only Nakba was a catastrophe that you guys, the Arab Leagues, waged a war that you could not win. And that is why, I'm sorry, your grandparents had to leave their homes.
That's completely ahistorical. I don't represent the Arab League. I'm Palestinian, and I'm speaking on behalf of the Palestinians.
But why do you find it hard to just stop?
Isn't what she said happen exactly what happened?
Yes, exactly like that. It happened exactly like that. There was an amount of people who were expelled after the war, but that is an accurate representation of what actually happened. And she completely ignores it, completely deflects from it, because she just wants to use that part as a point to make her, greater point that the Jews just came and they oppressed us. Yeah. We are victims and all of that.
No, let me tell you what actually happened. There was a group. They're called the Palestinians. They were there for 6,000 years, minding their own business, until a bunch of Jews came along after World War II with the power of the West and kicked all these people off their land that they've been on for 6,000 years.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Yep.
And look, It's going to get
given
worse.
this-
I'm going to show you like one
My
more.
goodness, Prophet Muhammad flew his flying donkey monster right there. What other argument can there be?
I'll show you a little bit more of this one, and then we can move on. But you have to
War.
see this.
This latest war that's erupted began with a terror attack on October the 7th. Why is it hard to not just say that was terrible?
I don't see you asking Regev if he condemned the slaughter of innocent civilians.
You can't do it, can you?
No, she can't, because she's the same woman who said every Zionist before they die should hear pop, pop before they die. So she probably agrees with the massacre. So why would she condemn them?
I think we're the media.
Look at that. Did you see? Look, you would normally see a reaction here to this and an explanation or a denial or something. What she does instead is just to smirk while the other woman says this, and then she
Based.
just moves on.
As
Based.
part of manufacturing,
Would she condemn them?
Look at the smirk.
I think we're the media.
This is
as part of
Dawa. This is Dawa based. This is what they call Dawa based.
Yeah.
manufacturing.
These are the people who then speak about, empathy, about oppression, about this, about that. She is basically called out on air in front of so many viewers for saying very clearly, I hope every Zionist hears, the last thing they hear is pop, pop. So basically she's saying, I hope every Zionist gets killed. And she doesn't even react to it. She just wants to move on with the conversation and be, self-righteous in it. This is the kind of people that we're dealing with, who then try to lecture us on oppression, on the right to live, on this and that. It's
Wait,
incredible, man.
AP. I mean, she's not talking about armed soldiers. She just says Zionists. Wouldn't
Yes.
someone like her regard any of these civilians as Zionists?
Yes. Every single person who lives there and who supports the idea of Israel just existing is a Zionist.
Yeah, that's what. That's the weird thing. It's like you'll have hijab and so on, and yes, we condemn the killing of innocents and civilians and so on. It's like, wait, you guys regard all these guys as occupiers.
Yeah.
The women too. The civilians too. You regard all of them as occupiers on your land. So
Yeah.
I'm not.
And that's
buying
also the funny thing. So when people say, "Oh, I'm not against Jews. I'm only against Zionism or against Zionists," excuse me. If you are against Zionists, that means you are against those people who think Israel may exist. Israel should exist. You are against those people who approve of people living there. You are against people who actually live there, who are Israelis. You don't want them to exist. And this is pretty much in line with majority Palestinian beliefs, by the way, and with clearly with the policies of Hamas. And yet we are somehow in the middle of all of this, despite all of that, somehow supposed to ignore the genocidal ideas by Hamas and their supporters and their fellow Palestinians. And we're supposed to act like they did nothing wrong, everything is perfect, but the Israel is just oppressing people, and we are basically supporting oppression and all of that. It's just a giant lie, and lots of people are eating it up right now. Lots of people are actually buying the propaganda. A lot of people support the currently in fashion idea of saying free Palestine, and all of that. When lots of them don't even pay attention to the fact that the majority of Palestinians agree that there should be no Israel. That is messed up.
Yeah, lots of the students and stuff who go around free Palestine, free Palestine, especially from the river to the sea. They don't realize that's not a call for a two-state solution. They don't realize it, right? Some of them realize it, but some of them is just, it's cool to yell this thing from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. And they think they think that's about like a free Gaza, right? Like stop messing with Gaza. I don't realize that's a call for ethnically cleansing the entire land of Jews.
Yeah.
And they're too dumb to realize it.
Precisely that. And anything else, I mean, just Google it. Just if you don't know it, or if you have doubts about it, just Google what does "from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free" mean.
Google is controlled by Zionists.
It means only one thing. It means the entire land that is considered the historical Palestine shall belong to Arab Muslims only, and there should be no other entity, no Jewish entity. It should be completely removed. That's exactly what that means.
You remember that Suleiman Ahmed dude would post pictures from years ago or videos from years ago in Syria and say, this is right now in Gaza. And then when you would get corrected and it would say, he said, "No, this is what's happening in Gaza right now. And they would get corrected and say, this is from years ago and it's in Syria. And they go, look, Zionists are controlling.
It's so ridiculous. There are so many on some account called Censored Men or something like that. There's another one that just shares a bunch of fake news and gets community noted, and then they present this idea of like, oh, they're trying to censor us,
help,
trying to censor us, pay us this much money so we can continue our work without being censored. And it's quite obvious that by censored, what they mean is that people actually fact check their false claims. That's
isn't it amazing that like you post like even there are two possibilities. One, you thought it was real and you passed on some fake information, but you didn't know. You just saw it and you shared it, even though it's completely bogus. It's from years ago in a different country. Doesn't actually have anything to do with this. So either you didn't know or you deliberately did it. Either way, like seriously, why would you whine if you're corrected? Either way, the community notes are correcting misinformation and they'll complain. Oh, I can't believe they're doing it. It's oppressive. So notice it's like, they think they're being oppressed for being corrected on lies, and it's wild stuff, man. What are you actually calling for? You're calling for a world where you can spread lies and no one corrects you, and that's pretty much the Islamic mentality for 14 centuries.
Alhamdulillah. Here's the thing. Now I see stuff like this here. Hamas fired rockets on Israeli civilians. Hamas hits a building here. I don't understand. I'm a little bit confused because we keep hearing that there is nothing left in Gaza. They have no means to do anything, no food, no water, no electricity, nothing else. And all of that. How are these people still just firing like lots of missiles? How does this work? What am I missing?
They spent all their money on missiles, AP.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Is that a good thing then, or what?
I mean, it is impressive because, like, every time they fire a rocket, like Israel blows up the place wherever the rocket, flew from. But they're still just have endless rockets, man.
Oh yeah, well that's good. That's fantastic.
Yeah, if they had $1 for every rocket they have, they could like feed all of Palestine for the next million years.
If they only had all those funds. Here's something I saw earlier. Did you see this? It says some Muslim commented, "We had sex with your children, and we are going to be majority in England. You can cry more," which is, I'm sure, just a specific incident that has nothing to do with the general sentiment. Not like we haven't heard anything like this before. But hey, this just came up. We talked about this yesterday.
At least he's honest and admits that they're having sex with children.
Yeah. Not all of them say that. Like Daniel Kikic only says that he would like to do that, but this guy actually says we have.
Well, keep in mind, we don't know what some of these guys are doing with their second and third secret marriages and so on. Yeah,
true. We talked about this guy yesterday, and I saw this, and I just
this guy's funny.
Who knows who this guy is? This guy is a legend. Who knows?
Yeah, everyone loves this guy. Everyone loves this guy. He did one thing in this video, and then everyone loves him for it. It's awesome.
Please, who is this guy?
Mate, you wanted to get something in?
Yes, please. I would like to say that there is a big problem in Islam. It's written in the Hadith, which all Muslims, all good Muslims believe in the Hadith. And it is written in the Hadith that Prophet Muhammad was 50 or 53 years old when he sexually penetrated Aisha.
No, look, why are they screaming? What he just said is factually true, at least according to the Sunni sources. If you wanted to say anything, you say, well, there are some people who don't believe that or something like that. But notice he didn't even say like he's a pedophile or anything. He said he sexually penetrated her when he was in his 50s and she's 9.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Which one of these people who are flipping out don't believe that? So notice once again, of course that's true, but how dare you say it?
Well, then they go crazy. They're expecting him to actually add something to their protest, and then he says this, and they go nuts.
This guy's funny. Look at him standing there.
She was 9 years old.
She was 9 years old.
9 years
I'm stating a fact, and you're ready to.
He just keeps screaming. She was 9 years old.
Step away, lad. You're better than him. You're better than him.
He's still screaming there. She was 9 years old.
Hey, listen to the British. I don't know who's recording. There's a British dope.
It will come. It will come. It will
Yeah,
come.
there's a British dope who's recording.
Hey, lads, you're better than him. You're better than him. You're better than him. And leave him. Pardon? Disgusting stuff about this one. Okay, I give you an opportunity to talk. You're religion.
Why are they bothering this dude?
Yeah, no. This is. I think they're detaining him here to just get him out of there for his safety. You know, like
That's called, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we in America call the heckler's veto.
I wonder how this happens.
The heckler's veto is you can actually control what people say.
Yeah.
Just by screaming the loudest and being the ones who are going to become violent.
Yeah.
And then the police will go after the person who's speaking.
Yeah.
And
now,
therefore, do you really have freedom of speech?
Now comes your favorite part.
That wasn't exactly a clever move, mate, was it?
It was a very clever move.
You really think so?
It was the perfect move.
You know, it's people like
Everybody
you.
needs to know.
It's people
They
like
need
you.
to know.
No.
Aisha
How old was Joseph?
9
How old was
years
Joseph?
old.
Is he saying how old was Joseph?
Yes.
How old is Joseph? Listen to this dope. He's using the Dawa. He's using the Dawa talking points, which are completely made up. How old was Joseph? He was 90. And how old was Mary? 12, according to the Catholic Encyclopedia. Unless you actually go to it and they say the opposite. They say we have no clue. Oh my goodness. But that's what's amazing. Like this guy, whoever's recording, has actually absorbed the Dawa responses. Guys, everyone, you just have to get to the point where people understand anything that comes from the Dawa guys. You need to look it up because they're the biggest liars the world has ever seen.
Yeah.
If a Dawa guy says something, instantly it should be, show me the source. I'm not saying it's not true, but show me the source. You are such liars. I cannot take anything you say seriously without a source.
But it's just amazing. The guts of this guy and the legendary behavior here of just, calling the people over, the whole crowd, and then just saying this. Muhammad was 50 years old, and when he penetrated Aisha, and she was 9 years old, and then being attacked by a whole mob, and he continues. He just keeps going. I don't know who this guy is, but this is hilarious. And it's legendary. It's like one of the best things I've seen in a while.
Aisha! That wasn't exactly a clever move, mate, was it?
It was a very clever move.
You really think so?
It was the perfect move.
You know, it's people like you.
Everybody
You know,
needs to know.
it's people
They
like
need
you.
to know.
No.
Aisha
How old was Joseph?
9
How old was
years
Joseph?
old.
How old was Joseph?
It was the perfect move. This guy is hilarious, man.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
This guy is amazing. Very, very cool. What else do we have? We also have something that happened right here in New York. Some language alert here because there are New Yorkers here. Ham Sunshine said 9 years old. Thank you for highlighting that.
Why do you rip it off? Why do you rip it off? Why do you rip it off? Put it back. Why do you rip it off? Put it back. Well, show me what you're holding. Yeah, keep it on. No, what are you doing? You know where they are right now? Do you have any idea where they are right now? All right, I'm a veteran. I'm telling you. All right, don't do it. I'm not fucking Jewish.
Look, this guy.
Not Jewish. I don't know if he is or not. Doesn't fucking matter. This is fucking the USA. It's New York City. You don't have a fucking right to touch that shit. This is a free country. You can wave your Palestine flag and say death to the Jews or America whenever you want. But we can put up fucking signs, okay? Then don't rip that down. You are doing something. You're offending us, motherfucker. Yeah, you are. When you throw that on the floor, you're littering the city. In a minute, I'm going to litter the fucking floor with you. So move the fuck on. You have proof they're not kidnapped? No, so shut the fuck up. I know that's what you want. I'm dying to fucking put you in the hospital. Come on.
This guy stopping somebody from ripping the kidnapped posters. And I find it funny how he says, this is a free country. You can wave your Palestine flag. You can say death to Jews, death to America. But don't do this.
Yeah, what's crazy is there are guys just like this all over Brooklyn. I mean, guys who are like the guy right here on the camera. There are guys like this all over Brooklyn. So yeah, but notice how quickly the other guy just totally punked out. Started looking pretty soft all of a sudden.
Yeah. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. All right. That's what's been going on. For those who...
No, that was in Queens. That's in Queens. The guy seems more Brooklyn-ish, but...
Oh, yeah. Friday morning in Forest Hills, Queens. Quickly want to point out here for those who say, oh, you're just taking Israel's side here. Hamas would make peace if you gave him peace and all of that. Here is Hamas's charter from 2017. And I really want some people to come on here maybe in the next days to have discussions with me or with you or with us on here to tell us how exactly they think Hamas was not going to cause this fight eventually. But here is the Hamas charter from 2017, where it says Hamas believes that no part of the land of Palestine shall be compromised or conceded, irrespective of the causes, the circumstances, and the pressures. And no matter how long the occupation lasts, Hamas rejects any alternative to the full and complete liberation of Palestine from the river to the sea. However, without compromising its rejection of the Zionist entity and without relinquishing any Palestinian rights, Hamas considers the establishment of a fully sovereign and independent Palestinian state with Jerusalem as its capital along the lines of 4th of June 1967, with the return of the refugees and the displaced to their homes from which they were expelled to be a formula of national consensus. So what this is basically saying here is, oh yeah. We would totally go for an independent Palestinian state based on the 4th of June 1967 borders. We would then be neighbors. It would be Palestine and the Zionist entity, which we will, by the way, never recognize. However, even in that case, we will never give up our claim to all of the land, and we will never stop trying to kick out Israel and remove them all by force in the end. That is what this here is saying. This is official Hamas policy. And some people really think they can jump into the discussion and say, oh, no. Hamas is just resisting oppression. If Israel stopped, they would also stop. No.
Yeah, and think about it. If you had a group that had these kind of views, but they didn't actually have political power and tons of rockets and flying contraptions and so on. In other words, if you had a group like this with some that really wants a bloodbath, and they want to go exterminate some people, but they don't have the ability to do it, you say, okay, who really cares about these guys? If you have these guys and they get voted into power and they have tunnels that go into your country and they can just fly over there and start massacring people, then you get to the point where you say, whatever else happens, we have to crush these guys. We have to crush these guys. And that's the mentality of Israel right now. Whatever else happens, we have to crush these guys. And they say, oh, okay, you're coming to crush these guys, but they're hiding behind civilians, so you're killing civilians and so on. And okay, we have to crush these guys. Whatever else happens, we have to crush these guys. That's where that son of Hamas comes in. That's what he's actually good at breaking this down. He's like lecturing all the Western college students and stuff. He's like, we don't care what you say. We don't care what you say. We're going after Hamas and we're going to get them. That's it. That we do. You can whine all you want. You can wave it. You can wave any flag you want. We're going to go in there and we're going to crush Hamas. So that's the situation.
That is the situation indeed.
And why? Because it's not just that they have some really, really dangerous ideas. They actually have the power and the capability and the funding and the supplies to kill tons of people for their project. So they're just groups that have to be crushed.
Alhamdulillah. And I will get to our great guy, son of Hamas, in a second. But before that, I quickly want to address this one here, where
That's funny. He's kind of looking like Snake Plissken there. Well, you don't even know who Snake Plissken. We talked about him the other day. Huh?
I have no idea. I don't
Snake
know.
Plissken, it's a dystopic future movie. They turned all of New York City into a prison, but then like the president of the United States gets shot down over in a helicopter over it. So the president of the United States is trapped in a big open air prison which is New York City. And so they send in Snake Plissken, which is Kurt Russell with an eye patch and long hair to rescue the president of the United States. So he has to go in there for this surgical operation.
Sounds like the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
It's pretty much the greatest thing you've never heard of.
First off, so there were today mass protests. The numbers were estimated somewhere between 50,000 and 100,000 in London, and lots of protests around the world. In Istanbul, there was a protest which was called the Great Palestine Protest or something like that, where Erdogan said some really, really messed up words, to which I will come in a second as well. But in London, quite some interesting stuff happened here, where this guy is showing this flag. David, what does this flag look like to you?
Something about peace and tolerance and love.
Exactly. So this is indeed a flag of peace and tolerance and love. It has the Shahada on it. It is a black flag that has the Shahada on it. So the statement that you believe in Allah only and that Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. But just because it has the Shahada on it, just because it has a statement of faith on it, that doesn't mean it is just a flag to signify that you are a Muslim. Why would there be a flag for that? It's actually nowadays known as the jihadist flag. It is used by Al-Qaeda as their actual flag, where they have a black banner. The first known flag was the previous one seen behind Bin Laden. It was okay. This is used by Al-Qaeda, by many branches of them, by terrorist organizations around the world. ISIS used a different one that kind of looks like a Stone Age version of that. Different organizations use different things, but this is recognized as a flag for Islamic jihad, to represent a caliphate, to represent Islam as a political force. And it's also based on a hadith where Muhammad said that people with a black flag will emerge and you should follow them. This is not considered a very authentic hadith. It's kind of ambiguous and rather weak, but still it is a very popular belief among some Muslims. And that inspired this jihadist caliphate flag. And apparently people who live in London, who live in the UK, who live in the West, have no problem at all waving that and still staying in London.
But I have to say, I learned from the That's My Jihad campaign and from the My Jihad hashtag campaign that jihad is just going to the gym after a difficult day or getting your kids to school on time despite your difficult day. And so if it's a flag of jihad, it would be like a flag of working out.
Yeah, it pretty much is. It's like this means go to the gym, make money, get a Bugatti. That's pretty much what this stands for. Pretty much. So you are on point. And here is another picture.
Nothing to worry about there.
Why is it not playing? Thank you, Twitter.
See, your live stream has been cursed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
This is London. London is marching here, waving all kinds of flags. Among them, you see Islamist flags, but also communist flags. Very funny. I saw a photo earlier which said Socialist Union something, marching together alongside the Islamists. If you let them rule in a free country, they would just murder each other. But somehow here they think, oh yeah, we support each other. We support each other's right to exist freely and then to murder each other. This disgusts me.
Yeah, I spent the past 20 years telling people exactly what Islam teaches, and now that I get to spend the next 20 years saying I told you so.
London Bridge is falling down. Why did this happen? Why did nobody warn the people in the West?
I warned them
that this would happen.
I did. I warned them.
Why did nobody say anything, Dave?
I did.
Why did nobody ever?
Robert Spencer did
this. Okay, but why did nobody ever say anything about this? Why did nobody ever say that if you continue with this whole tolerance, open arms, stop Islamophobia, and so on policy, you would end up with massive groups of people coming here and abusing all kinds of rights and waving Islamist signs, supporting Islamist groups, falling for Islamist propaganda, and standing against the West, which embraces them, with terrorist organizations. Why did nobody ever say anything about this?
Because no one could have foreseen such a thing.
Exactly. Nobody could have foreseen that. Nobody would know. Nobody could have known.
No one has an IQ above 30. And therefore, no one could have predicted this.
No one knows what it's like.
No one has the ability to spend 5 minutes looking at the Muslim sources to see what it calls for.
And what does that mean? We have to make more time for people. We have to give people more time. That's what it means. But hey, here's your favorite guy, since you want to look at him.
This dude's funny.
This guy
doesn't he look like he's in a bunker or something?
Yeah. Looks like he's in a very interesting place here. But he says a message to anti-Israel activists in the West: I'm losing my patience.
I'm not playing with you anymore. I'm not playing with you.
This guy, I talked about him.
Do these glasses look like they're joking? Do these look like they're joking? Huh? Why would I be wearing this if I was playing with you?
I talked about this guy plenty in the last few live streams, but he's basically he is the son of a Hamas co-founder. He's a former Hamas member, so he was part of Hamas and part of their operations. And along all of that, he became an informant and a spy for the Israeli security agency Shin Bet, where he provided them with crucial information, and according to their statements, saved the lives of so many people who don't even know that they owe their lives to him.
This guy was tipping them off about what Hamas was doing.
Yeah, he was rolling. He was operating with the highest, ranking guys in the operations, and he was telling them, okay, you have to pick me up somehow. I have to inform you. And they would do things like raiding and arresting several people, including him, to then just pull him to the side and let him give them all the newest information, all the stuff that is going on. This guy is an actual hero. This is a hero to me.
And he seems to know how to speak effectively.
Yeah, let's see what he has to
stupid people.
Let's see what he has to say. He has glasses on, so that's already a plus here. Let's see.
There are a bunch of movements coming forward in the West, angry in the streets, protesting. Some call themselves pro-Palestine. Some call themselves free Palestine. Others say end occupation. What occupation are you talking about? Do you mean end Israel and give Hamas what they want? Give Hamas weaponry, territory, soldiers, army, so they can mess more with the global security? Are you totally blind? How can't you see the things in common between the West and Israel? And how can't you see the violence and the brutality of Hamas movement? Or it's your hatred. You have nothing to do with Palestine. You're just projecting hatred and inflicting emotional pain on the Jewish people as they mourn a modern day Holocaust? Do you think this is how you help Palestine? There is no such a thing as Palestine. Palestine what? Yasser Arafat, Palestine. PLO, Palestine. PA, Palestine. Hamas, Palestine. Islamic Jihad, Palestine. What Palestine you protesting for? You have no idea what you're talking about. I am being emotional. I have the fucking right to be emotional. Because I speak on behalf of the children. As a Palestinian child, as a child of the land, I qualify to talk about the subject. But you have no idea what you're talking about. You never been there. You did not live the pain of that land. So what are you protesting against or about? What is your problem? Let me be clear.
I didn't want to pause because I feel like I have nothing to add. This guy's just
Yeah,
communicating it very clearly.
Yeah, and he's really hitting the point. Like you idiots on college campuses running around with your from the river to the sea nonsense. What do you actually support? Do you want Hamas to take over? You want Hamas to take over Israel? That's what you want? Are you kidding me? Do you think they'd be happy with that? And then all your problems go away? Is that what you think? If Hamas if Hamas wins and takes over that place, you think everything's going to be good? Are you insane? Are you morons? Oh, well, let's just let ISIS take over everything too. Then just give ISIS everything they want, and then we'll give Hamas everything over here and ISIS everything over there, and then all the problems be solved. We're so smart. I'm 18 years old. Like, you sound like can you imagine what these idiots sound like to him?
I know. It's like
he knows them. He knows what they want. He knows what kind of people they're dealing with here. And he said, guys, you do not want these guys taking over or winning anything. You can't give these guys an inch. And then the entire world, yay, Hamas, yay, let's support Hamas. Moron.
You know what's messed up? There are reports, and once I have the actual picture in front of me, I will go into it more deeply. But this is extremely disturbing. According to the Harvard poll, crosstabs, 36% of liberals of all ages, this is in America, agree that the Hamas attack on civilians was justified, and 15% of conservatives. 36% of liberals of all ages agreed that the Hamas attack on civilians was justified.
And 15% of conservatives.
And 15% of conservatives. I can't believe what I'm reading here.
It's the tape fans.
Are people not aware what actually happened, what Hamas actually did? Or what the hell is wrong with people?
I tell you, notice you have tons of people who just bought into the ridiculous, absurd story that there's this group, Palestinians, and they're there for all these centuries until a bunch of Jews came out and kicked them off their land. And so Hamas, they're just fighting for their land back.
Yeah.
Complete nonsense. It's complete nonsense. It's not what happened at all. But they've absorbed that idea. And so, hey, weren't George Washington and his buddies justified and, fighting off the British, and they would have been considered terrorists. If they'd have lost, they'd have been considered terrorists. So come on, Hamas is just like that.
They're watching TikTok videos or Twitter feeds, and some people say free Palestine, and thinking, oh yeah, I support that because they're being oppressed. If you ask them what is actually happening, they probably wouldn't have any idea. What's going on. And by the way, yeah, according to those polls, it's like 50% of the. Oh, here also according to Harvard poll, a majority of 18 to 24-year-olds believe the killing of more than 1,200 Israeli and American civilians October 7th was justified. This, I think, is 53% of people between the ages 18 and 24 agreed that the Hamas attacks on Israel on October 7th were justified. This is absolutely insane.
A majority.
This is insane. What Hamas did on that day was to pour into Israel and to shoot civilians on sight, to torture civilians, to set homes on fire, to set cars with families inside them on fire, to kill babies, kill children, to rape, to do all kinds of horrible, messed up things of which we have video footage, photos, testimonies directly from captured Hamas terrorists, and so on. And people are blind, and many of these people probably don't know this, and they think, oh yeah, Hamas is just fighting for freedom and Israel is oppressing them. It's just like the way I saw in one of those movies, therefore I think it's justified. And no wonder. I mean, when I see stuff like this, I feel like, what is happening? Is this real? Am I living in some fantasy world right now? Am I going crazy? If I'm reacting like this, I can't imagine how that guy, Mossab Hassan Youssef, who was there and who is the son of a Hamas co-founder, I can't imagine how he feels about this sickness of people so ignorantly and stupidly and hatefully supporting the terrorists and siding against Israel. This is insane to me. And here is one more point from this article. It says, Palestinian Authority gets 17% support and Hamas has a 14% positive rating, which is to say 14% of your neighbors have taken the side of a medieval religious cult that's vicious enough to cut Jewish babies out of mothers before beheading them. If 14% of Americans supported ISIS or Al-Qaeda or the Nazi Party, we would probably be concerned. This is what we're dealing with.
Clear. This war will go the way we want it to go. Your opinion doesn't matter.
No one cares.
Even if you were a majority,
He smiled when he said that. No one cares. You stupid 18-year-old college moron.
That's what I think. Like, you can protest as much as you want, but what happens will happen.
This war, it's not your business. You protest against your politicians in London, in Paris, everywhere, wherever you want. That's your business. But in the Middle East, we deal with business the Middle East style. The Middle East style. We are going after Hamas leaders. And we're going to kill all of them.
Wow.
And nobody can get in the way. Those are criminals. Those are terrorists. They have lots of blood on their hands. Hamas prisoners in Israeli prisons must be executed. We are going to destroy Hamas infrastructure. And that's the answer for their brutality. There is no way around it.
Look, he grinned again.
As you see, I'm not politically correct. I'm not your type. And I will not be. This act of Hamas did not only bring the wrath of Israel against Gaza and the Gaza people. It brought the wrath of God. And you will see God in action.
Jeez, this guy is just...
he came out like Clint Eastwood at the end of Unforgiven. You ever see that?
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, Clint Eastwood. He was a total psychopath who like reformed his ways, and then in the end they made him snap, and he kills everyone in a bar, and then all the remaining deputies and stuff, they line up across the street. He yells out the door of the saloon. He says, "All right, I'm coming out. Anyone I see, I'm gonna kill him." He goes, anyone of you takes a shot at me, I'm not only going to kill him, I'm going to kill all his friends, his entire family, and burn his house down. And and then he walks outside, and the guys are all going, "You shoot, no, you shoot." And they're terrified. Anyway, that's what he sounded like right there. We're not only going to kill Hamas, we're going to kill anyone who gets in the way.
He also shared this. So Netanyahu posted this analysis and the visual which they made of detailing the underground operations of Hamas under the Shifa hospital, which is a major hospital in Gaza, and shared it with the public. Of course, the public is like, "Oh, this is fake. We don't believe you." Well, nobody cares if you believe it or not.
No one cares. You stupid 18-year-old.
Nobody cares if you believe it or not. This is based on a lot of information, including testimonies, and this guy knows. Like, for example, Mossab Hassan Youssef, he knows about these things very well. He was in the tunnels himself. He operated in the tunnels himself. He ran through them. He hid in them. He knows about them. So this was shared of some detailed visuals.
You think they're making this up? I've been in this room. I used to play Nintendo in this room. How are you going to tell me it's not there? Huh?
And this is not some conspiracy. We have it was long confirmed that Hamas used hospitals before. We have undeniable proof for that. There was a hospital that was infamously discovered to have a whole underground network of Hamas operations. And they specifically choose hospitals because they think, oh, they will not want to bomb hospitals because, they will get in trouble for that. So let's do it under the hospital. That's how messed up this is.
And by the way, think about, there are two possibilities here. If you build your base of operations underneath a hospital, it's either you think the Jews will blow up the hospital in order to get to you. So you think they'll do it when they've known about this place for years. But that's the main reason. That's the reason they aren't blowing it up, is because it's in a hospital and they don't think it's worth it. But no, two possibilities. Either you think you think Israel is violent enough to actually blow up a hospital to get to your base, in which case you're doing it on purpose to get a hospital destroyed and get a bunch of innocent civilians killed, or you're hiding under there because you think it's a safe place because you don't think they'll do it, in which case you don't believe that they want to kill civilians and things like that. So which is it? Either Hamas they believe that Israel do it, in which case they're deliberately trying to get all these civilians killed, or they're hiding under there because they believe that Israel won't risk killing that many civilians, and so they think they're safe down there. Either way, Hamas is garbage.
By the way, David said safe place, not to be confused with safe space on Western campuses.
No, they're exactly the same.
Yeah, that's good. Erdogan, I think, chose a career in comedy. Yesterday, he said that we as a Turkish nation are the only people on earth who have not committed racism throughout history.
Hey, hang on. So is that C there a J? Is that Recep?
Yes.
Oh my goodness!
Recep.
You've explained this to me before. I can't absorb it. So
Yeah,
C is
there are
J.
two C's in Turkish. One is the regular C, that's J, and then there is another one with a little thing at the bottom that's Ch. That's how it works.
Oh,
But yeah.
that's why people call him Cenk sometimes, and it's Cenk. So you're saying people are this is so stupid.
Yeah. But he said the Turkish people are the only people who are never racist, who have never committed acts of racism.
That's true.
And that is, of course, very much on point. Like, for example, the Armenian genocide, I don't know, the treatment of other populations, the constant hate toward Greek people, the oppression of Kurdish people over the century. That's, of course, that's not racism. That's just
that's just love.
That's anti-racism. Anti-racism. This is funny. Musa Hassan Yusuf said, "Hey Jackson Hinkle, your truth is worth less than your $3 subscription." And Jackson Hinkle is this guy who spreads all the nonsense.
I keep seeing his name pop up, but I don't know who he is.
Like this guy, he did not talk about Palestine, Israel a single time before October 7th.
But he's John Wick, though.
Yeah, on October 7th, he started making posts opposing, of course, as always, the Western narrative. And since then, before October 7th, he had less than 1 million subscribers. Within the last weeks, he got over 1 million new followers on Twitter just by posting random garbage, mostly fake news on Twitter.
Isn't that exactly what Jordan Peterson said people will do to use this opportunity to their advantage?
Yes. And he started doing that. He just started posting random things.
Anyone could do
fake news, out of context things, stuff from like 5 years ago from Syria, saying this is how people are living right now in Gaza and things like that. It's just and he makes money with this and asks for subscriptions, like people to subscribe to my X Premium for $3 to help me expose the Zionist war
lies. This guy's funny.
Yeah. And you might say $3 is not much, but if 1,000 people subscribe and pay $3 each, that's 3,000 for.
You should make a fake pro Hamas account and just say, hey, all you super smart and very wise 18, 19-year-old college students, if you really want to help me free Palestine from the river to the sea, send me $3 and I will personally wipe Israel off the map. You'd be a millionaire, man.
This just makes me angry. Look at this post. 7 hours ago, Hamas is not guilty of the atrocities on October 7th. During Hamas invasion, Israel killed civilians with tanks, killed civilians in crossfires, killed civilians in airstrikes. There is no proof at all that the IDF was involved in the killings of their own civilians. This is complete nonsense. Plus, we have directly documented, observed proof that Hamas did precisely that. They precisely
they're
targeted
sitting there,
civilians,
and they're recording it all on GoPro.
Yes,
they're
but
recording all this stuff.
This guy's just posting this stuff and then using the emojis to increase the reach of it, just to then get 500,000 views, 19,000 likes, and so on. So this guy is just milking the situation as much as possible right now, and posting about something he doesn't even care about, just to make money and muddying the entire conversation. And this is the stuff that we're dealing with.
It's called the Dark Tetrad, eh?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to. If you want to see Hamas actually doing things directly to civilians, search on YouTube. Graphic footage of Hamas massacres.
No, it's all Hollywood, because Israel runs Hollywood, and Hollywood did this.
Hollywood.
It's all staged. They're actors.
Hollywood. Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Hollywood dollar. Yeah. I'm losing my patience. What is this? Here's another one.
A message to Hamas. A message to Hamas.
Look, all the shirts are the same style, but different colors. That's funny.
They are.
Yeah, he had another one that was white one.
You never cared for the Palestinian people. Instead, you hijacked their cause and their struggle. Your useless effort has always been to destroy Israel, not to build a Palestinian nation.
Mm-hmm.
Your fight was always driven by revenge, not justice.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
You risked the lives of defenseless civilians who entrusted you to govern them, not to use them as human shields.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You lived in luxury while the refugees of Gaza starved.
Yep.
You valued your ideals more than you valued human life.
Yes.
And now I'm coming for you.
You governed Gazans by fear and intimidation.
No more.
You cultivated wealth as Gazans drowned in poverty and despair.
Yes.
Finally, you gambled with children's blood. Hence, you will certainly be defeated, buried along with your delusions in the tunnels you yourselves have dug.
You believe these aviators or not?
This guy is just, I don't know. I don't even need to talk. I can just put this guy on here and just let him talk. You know, let him say
this guy should just be talking like 24/7.
Yeah, he should be. He should be. Absolutely.
And anyone who ever disagrees with him, he should just say, they're racist against me.
Yeah. I can now imagine some idiot in the West go like, "Oh my God, what is he talking about? This is so racist! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!"
I'm not surprised by Hamas brutality, but I was surprised by the scale of their attack. You know, not to this degree.
Me too.
Out entire communities. You know, messing with a nuclear power, the most powerful country in the region, a country with a great trauma from the past, with a memory of a Holocaust and all the Nazis did in the past century. They opened the gates of hell on the Palestinian people. This is how irresponsible this group people are. You know, that they are willing to actually sacrifice many Palestinian children, the entire Palestinian people, and use them as a fuel to just achieve their ideological agendas, their religious agendas. they are careless. They don't care for the human life. We have to separate between what's so-called Palestinian cause and Hamas cause. Hamas cause is a sick one. It's coming from the pit of hell, and they need to be removed from power.
Yes.
This
We
is
need
my
to
message. As an
persist.
ex-Hamas member, as a son of one of Hamas founders, that enough of this. If we don't stop them now, the next war is going to be deadlier. And only God knows what will happen next if Hamas is not finished as soon as possible.
This is a very important point, the one that he says. It's actually quite simple, but it's extremely, extremely important, which is people find it very simple right now to go out there and say, look, people are dying, therefore ceasefire. People are dying, therefore, stop the fighting, stop the fighting. Okay, what exactly do people think will happen when the fighting ceases? What exactly do they think will happen within the next years, in a few years, after Israel says, oh, you know what, guys, okay, you idiots over there protesting in London, we listened to you, we will now stop the bombing. What do they think will happen in a few years?
People will, I'm guessing, here's my prediction, people will keep sending Hamas piles and piles of money and weapons until they completely replenish their stockpiles, come up with all sorts of innovative ways to get over through and under that fence, build even more tunnels, get better rockets, get more jihadis. And so that's what you're saying. Hey guys, stop, just stop, let them regroup, rebuild, and use their endless trunks of money to attack you again.
Yeah, it's over. There is no such thing anymore. It would be very stupid of Israel right now to listen to those naive calls and to say, oh, you know what, guys, you're right, we'll just stop this now, ceasefire, we'll stop this, we'll go home. It would be very stupid, because this would be basically victory. They would be giving Hamas victory. Hamas caused chaos and they escaped and got away with it. That will be the result of this. They got away with it. Now they can regroup, gather their resources, and prepare for the next attack. And as far as we know, the conflict, from the history of the conflict, you can tell, it's very clear, they will find the next excuse.
I'm not surprised by.
They will find the next excuse to then again inflict terror upon the Israeli population. It will come again. Even if Israel doesn't do a single thing over the next years, they will find some excuse to again inflict some kind of terror, because their ultimate goal is to remove Israel. There is simply no other way, and I think it's already over. It's already done. They won't listen to these naive people around the world. Israel is going in, and I'm sure they will not stop until this operation is finished successfully and Hamas is gone.
And notice we've said over and over and over again, we understand it is messed up to be dropping bombs and so on, where you've got these, you've got women and kids. We understand this is a horrible situation. We get that.
Yes.
What are you suggesting that Israel should be doing instead? So you have all the people who are just saying, no, ceasefire. Just, hey, they did some damage. You dropped some bombs on them. Now ceasefire. Just ceasefire. In fact, there were people calling for ceasefire before Israel did anything in response.
Yeah.
Ceasefire. Yeah, they killed a ton of your people, men, women, and children. But ceasefire. Right. So you got those people. So that's moronic. That's moronic, because notice, if you go with ceasefire, Israel just stops and makes sure its fences are stronger this time. All Hamas is going to do is rebuild and come back bigger and better next time. So you got people saying that, and then you've got like Mohammed Ajab and Cenk saying, just do it with surgical precision. And again, Cenk said, look, you went in and got Osama bin Laden. Just do it like that. Do it like that with Hamas. It's like you live in a freaking fantasy land. So notice the point is, the entire time we've been saying, okay, yes, this is messed up. What's happening? This is a messed up situation. What should Israel be doing differently that would be more effective and not messed up. Tell
I
us,
don't know.
tell us
Just
what
make
should happen.
peace. I don't know. Just make peace. Just don't
That's the
fight.
point. It's with you. You have no actual alternative that would be remote, that wouldn't end in a complete disaster.
But just make peace.
Yeah, do
Just make
that.
peace.
Yeah.
How
Do
about
that,
just
man.
stop fighting? How about we just try loving each
Just
other?
walk over there like that Jenner chick or whatever, and just offer someone a Pepsi, and then everything's fine.
That was
Just
horrible.
walk in the middle of everything and say, "Here's a Pepsi, break it open," and then
They will probably shoot you because of,
isn't it funny
it's a
that's the mentality of morons in the West? No, just go up and say, "Here's a Pepsi," and then everything will be fine.
Yeah, they will probably see Pepsi as a propaganda. In the Islamic world, in the Muslim world, the whole Palestine-Israel issue is so messed up that they will interpret anything, any brand that is like that, Pepsi, as a provocation, as a secret message to somehow, I don't know, advocate for the killing of Muslims or something like that. For example, about Pepsi, there was this thing. I bet if you Google it, you can easily find it. There was this conspiracy theory that Pepsi means pay every penny for something Israel, something like that. Like people come up with these insane conspiracy theories. That's how I grew up too, with dumb stuff like that handed to each other. Or that Coca-Cola, the logo of Coca-Cola, reversed means something like no Allah, no Muhammad. Like that's the kind of idiotic stuff that I.
That's why you always. That's why you're always
say.
drinking Coke. That's why I always see you drinking Coke.
Yes, that's why I have.
Oh, you see it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
the conspiracy is real.
Yeah. I'm serious. This is not something that that I'm just saying, or that nobody knows about, or that only few people believed in. This is these conspiracy theories were extremely popular and are still popular. Let's see.
Laughing at now.
Pepsi, pay every penny to Israel. Was that what
pay every penny, save Israel? That's what people.
Oh yeah, okay.
In the chat.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. Yeah, that's what they were saying. Where's that? Coca-Cola reversed. No Allah. Let's see. I bet I can still find that stuff. Jeez, there it is. There it is.
You see?
Oh, this one is different. It says no Muhammad, no Mecca, and they actually altered the thing here. Let's see. No Muhammad, no. Oh, maybe that's what it was. Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe I misremembered that.
You see?
This is supposed to say La Muhammad, La Mecca.
It doesn't even look the same.
Yeah, it doesn't look the same at all. But this is how paranoid and how messed up people are. This is the kind of stuff that was spread in the Muslim world for decades, to just make it look like everything out there, the whole world is against us. The whole world supports Israel and they just want to kill Muslims. We have to prepare. Nobody is our friend. They are all our enemies. They are just waiting for us to weaken so they can destroy us all. Like, dumb stuff like this goes around the entire time. How can you possibly reason with these people?
Yeah, I'm looking at CNN right now. Netanyahu says the war inside Gaza is going to be long. So
Yes.
it doesn't sound like he's planning on backing out anytime soon. Which
Mhm.
is weird, because I thought it's weird because when like in Nigeria, when all those girls got kidnapped, and then Westerners responded with a hashtag bring back our girls and stuff, and then that didn't work. And so everyone was confused. Wait a minute, we thought the hashtag will convince these jihadis to give all these kidnapped girls back, and it didn't. It just didn't work. The hashtag didn't work. And now, of course, you've got a bunch of college students yelling "Free Palestine," and then, Israel's supposed to say, "Okay, we'll just let Hamas slide," because a bunch of college students are working. So anyway, it's just weird that this stuff isn't working. Like it's weird that. I mean, obviously, if anything's going to work, it's going to be a hashtag, or it's going to be some 18-year-old moron on a college campus with a Palestinian flag, and that's going to change everything.
That's going to change everyone's mind.
Yeah, these people aren't delusional, narcissistic at all.
Remy Gross said it's always been no Mecca, no Muhammad. Okay, then I'm totally remembering that wrong. Even when I heard that back then in religious gatherings, I thought, yeah, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah,
maybe I was always too smart for this. I don't know.
Well, that's interesting. Well, so the question is, if you're wrong about that, what else are you wrong about, AP?
Yeah. This is in London. They're saying, no, wait, is this London? This is London, and they're saying Khaybar, Khaybar, ya Yahud.
I can't get over the fact that they bring up Khaybar, where Muhammad was poisoned, and then he spent years with his internal organs dissolving until he died. What Aisha described in what Aisha described as more pain than anyone else ever. And they brag about that. Yay, Khaybar, where our prophet got poisoned.
David, what are they trying to say when these peaceful Muslims who are just there to protest Zionism, just to protest Israel, just to protest for human rights and all of that, when they say Khaybar, Khaybar, ya Yahud, which means Khaybar, hey Jews, or Khaybar Jews, what does that exactly? What are they trying to say, David?
Yeah, so you had the three Jewish tribes in Medina. Muhammad expelled the first two and slaughtered and enslaved the third, and then took a trip to Khaybar, where the Jews were coming out to work in the field in the morning when Muslims descended upon them and conquered the Jews. This was the last nearby Jewish stronghold. And so Muslims took it over and made Jews pay them for a while until Umar came along and decided to kick them out as well. But Muslims, for some reason, your average Muslim doesn't know that's what got Muhammad poisoned by a Jewish woman. And that's what, more than anything else, like being that stupid to me is like, there are endless arguments against Muhammad from the Muslim sources, but him being stupid enough to let a woman make dinner for him after he just slaughtered her entire family, that takes the taco on that one. Yeah.
So what they're trying to say when they say Khaybar, Khaybar, ya Yahud, what they're trying to say is, you were defeated by the Prophet Muhammad, by the Muslims back then.
Therefore, you're going to lose this too.
You're going to use this too, and we're going to defeat you again. We're going to destroy you. You are finished. That's what they're saying.
You're finished already.
Yeah.
Look at me. You know you're done.
When Jews should be flipping this around, and anyone, this should be flipped around. Wait a minute. We were minding our own business in the oasis at Khaybar when you guys came, conquered us. Then we were there for a while, and then you pushed us off that land. You kicked us off the land. Okay, give it back. Free Khaybar. Free Khaybar. From the river to the sea, Khaybar will be free. We want Khaybar back. Then we can talk.
Yeah. But the major underlying point here is this is not about protesting Israel. This is not about protesting oppression. This is not about any of that. This is about directly protesting.
This is part of the wars. This is part of the ongoing war against the Jews. What they're saying is, we've always been at war with you since the time of Muhammad. We're continuing, and we're going to continue just like we did back then. We'll eventually win.
You know what the funny thing is? These idiots here probably think that Jews know what they're talking about. Most Jews probably have no clue what Khaybar even is, because it has like little to no significance to their history at all. So it's so funny. And why exactly does it go to Khaybar? Why exactly is that what they're going for? There are other instances of Muslims fighting and defeating Jews or massacring an entire tribe of Jews. Why is it Khaybar that they're going for? I don't know.
That was kind of the last stronghold. Like, we kept pushing you out. We pushed you out of Medina. We kept pushing you out. Then you get there, and then we conquered you there. So we kept at you for years. And then we won.
Yeah. There's even a hadith which says something like
you could say that's when the Jews of Arabia were subjugated. They were subjugated. Like, before it was individual tribes, then it was Muslims had won against the Jews of Arabia.
There's even a hadith in Muwatta Malik, which is a very early hadith collection and instruction manual for Muslims on morality and law, in which it says, Yahya related to me from Malik and so on, that the messenger of Allah said 2 deens, so 2 religions, shall not coexist in the Arabian Peninsula. Malik said Umar ibn al-Khattab searched for information about that until he was absolutely convinced that the messenger of Allah said that, that he said 2 religions shall not coexist in the Arabian Peninsula, and he therefore expelled the Jews from Khaybar. And Omar adopted this policy to expel other Jews from Khaybar, from other places as well, and to adopt the whole policy of only leaving Muslims in the Arabian Peninsula and expelling all the others. So
ethnic cleansing
here by our dear friend Mohammed and his dear friend Omar. So if you want to go to Muhammad, and if you want to mention the stuff that Muhammad did, but then you want to go out there and protest what a supposed ethnic cleansing, then you should probably pay attention to the fact that you are referencing an actual ethnic cleansing by your religious heroes here. From the river to the sea, the Arabian Peninsula. Okay, that doesn't work. It's all sea.
From the desert over here to the desert on the other side, it will all be Muslim desert.
Why are you stuttering?
I don't know.
Why are you stuttering?
I shouldn't use this when someone is stuttering. I should use this when someone is quiet, when someone is not doing anything. That's why he did.
Yeah, and you should insert that in random videos, like you're just talking about something, and then anytime there's any sort of pause, why are you stuttering?
Why are you stuttering?
The funniest thing about it is
he says, "Why you?
Yeah,
He's
stuttering while he's saying, "Why you stuttering?
Why are you stuttering?
Why are you stuttering?
Why are you stuttering?"
You should even mess with it to make him go, why are you stuttering? That'd be awesome.
It's so funny. My wife, as we were watching this,
look at his face. It cracks me up right there.
As we were watching this, my wife mentioned how maybe he was just having intrusive thoughts and telling himself, "Why are you stuttering?" And then he just said it out loud to Piers Morgan instead, because it doesn't make sense any other way.
He had jobs like this. Why are you stuttering? Stupid idiot! Stop stuttering. You're in front of people. Okay, Piers, go ahead.
When it's Israel, we know they're raped. When it's Russell Brand, you don't know because you're friend.
No, it's been reported by legitimate news sources.
When it's Israel, you know they're raped. But when it's Russell Brand, you don't know.
Them.
When it's Russell Brand, you don't know if they're raped.
There's no comparison between Russell Brand and what's happened.
It's the same thing. It's a rape allegation.
It's the same thing.
Why are you stuttering?
I'm not stuttering.
All rape allegations are exactly the same.
This is so stupid. It gets me every time.
One rape allegation is exactly like every other rape allegation. Pierce, come on, you know this.
Why are you stuttering?
What a
man! The whole time, Piers Morgan is just speaking very clearly without a single stutter or anything. He himself is stuttering, and then he says, "Why are you stuttering?" It's
what?
This is the funniest thing.
Why are you stuttering?
That's awesome.
But when it's Russell Brand, you don't know.
Them.
When it's Russell Brand, you don't know.
There's no comparison between Russell Brand and what's happened.
It's the same rape allegation. Why are you stuttering?
I'm not stuttering.
It's so rare.
No, what's crazy? Yeah, that's what I mean. If someone's not doing something, and you say they're doing it, I mean, he could say anything at that point. It's like, hey, why are you jumping rope? Why are you jumping rope? Why are you jumping rope over there? Well, I'm not jumping rope. Well, yeah, you are. I say you are.
You are stuttering.
You are stuttering. You don't have anything to say.
You're contesting every.
Why are you playing dominoes? Why are you playing dominoes there?
Was he trying to say something different instead of stuttering, but he just said stuttering because he doesn't know?
No, it's a job. He planned that ahead of time, right? He planned that ahead of time. Like, this is what my followers will be impressed by. Yeah. So I'm just going to wait till he stutters, then I'm going to jump into it. And right there, there's just a pause, and he just reverted to what he was waiting to say.
And you know what the amazing thing is? His fans actually posted this clip and were like, this is amazing. He said, "Why are you stuttering?" Lord, he really destroyed him there. When you watch the video and he's just saying randomly, "Why are you stuttering?" It doesn't.
Why are you wearing clown makeup, huh? Why? Why are you wearing clown makeup? Why you got a clown nose?
Amazing. Anyways, here's a peaceful protest, which has, of course, nothing to do with anti-Semitism. So, armies of Muhammad, Khaybar, Ya Yehud. Probably nothing to do with anti-Semitism. Probably nothing to do with Jews. Probably just about living in peace and freedom and all of that. That's what it looks like to me. Stop being an Islamophobe, David. Hussein Abdul Hussein said, protest in London is bigger than in Beirut, and that is because it is much easier to call on people to die for colonization or whatever other rubbish reason from your comfort in London, while in waterless, electricityless Beirut, you are realistic. You know that Islamism has brought this misery on everyone.
Yep.
Pretty on point. Pretty much. Why are you stuttering?
Why are you stuttering? No, you're stuttering. I'm not stuttering. You're stuttering. No, you're stuttering. That wouldn't that be funny if they just went at it? I'm not stuttering. You're stuttering. No, I'm not stuttering. You dumb. Yes, you are. You're stuttering. You're stuttering. No, you're stuttering. You're stuttering. That'd be awesome. and they do that for like 20 minutes.
Yeah. I'll just say that to random people from now on, just randomly whenever.
Hey, you should come up with your own little edit of that, where edit it down to like a 2-minute conversation, and like Pierce will say something and Hijab will go, "Why are you stuttering?" He'll go, "I'm not stuttering," and then like edit. He can say something else, but Hijab just keeps. That's all Hijab says. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
How about no? I don't buy your Ella.
Yeah. That's what I say when I don't like your suggestion. David.
Why? It's a brilliant suggestion. Watch, I'll do it. I'll get 1 trillion views, and you'll be jealous.
That's how things work, man. That's how things work. It's night time in Israel and Gaza. Catch up on the latest development in war. Let's see what kind of catch up we're having here. Ketchup.
Say ketchup?
What does ketchup say?
Sheikh Uthman, did you say ketchup? Oh, they got me. Look. The Islamophobes got me.
I know ketchup.
Did someone say Sheikh Ibn Ketchup?
Terrorist attack, Israel's golden stage. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu warned Saturday that the war in Gaza is going to be long. He said the goals of this stage of the war are to destroy Hamas and return the hostages the militant group took on October 7 and is still holds in Gaza. Netanyahu confirmed he spoke with family members of the hostages and said he vowed to them that he would exhaust all options to return their loved ones home. Meanwhile, Israel's defense minister Yoav Gallant said in a statement his country had entered a new phase in the war. The official said Israel attacked above ground and below ground. We attacked terrorist operatives at all levels in all places. The instructions to our forces are clear. The operation will continue until a new order is given.
Wow. Yeah. You just said we're not stopping until our orders change.
Yeah.
We will continue hunting down every Hamas terrorist until someone above us tells us to stop. Pretty brutal.
Pretty much. No, someone said maybe do a video about Muslims versus Zionists, Allah in Quran. That's a good suggestion. You want to do something like that?
Yeah, I do. The problem is it's very simple for.
No, it's not.
People will go to this page and say, "Oh, the Jews are in rebellion. See, that's where Allah took their land." And that's not what it says, but.
Oh, by the way,
what?
Since we talked about Hamas being asked about civilian deaths, look at this.
Is this the one where the guy storms off? I didn't see it, but I heard about it. Oh yeah, storms out. Okay.
People as they sleep. How do
that guy's got a killer Zabiba, man? You see a Zabiba?
Yeah. For those who don't know, this stupid thing on his forehead is a mark that many Muslims, religious ones, deliberately have on their head because they rub their heads on the ground, and it should be a sign that they are like very pious and that they pray a lot and all of that. It's
isn't that amazing? It's like I mean, it's funny because they claim to respect Jesus, right? And so Jesus says, "Hey, don't do your prayers to be seen, right? Don't do your prayers so that you're, it's one thing to pray and people are, people see you. It's something else to fast in order to be seen by others, to pray in order to be seen by others." And so, but you see, in Islam, it's all public, it's all for show. But then these guys, they like bang their heads on the floor when they're praying, specifically. So even when they're not praying, you're thinking about, well, they're so faithful to prayer. No, it's all a show. It's all a show. I mean, think you could bow down over and over and over again and not mess up your head. You're banging your head on the floor deliberately just to give an appearance of piety. And think about that. I mean, this is a perfect example what Jordan Peterson was saying, that the psychopaths and the Machiavellians and the narcissists and the sadists will it will work their way into situations where they are recognized for their religious piety while they're busy glorifying themselves. And this guy's sitting here, look at my Zabiba. Huh? You're going to question me? Look at my Zabiba. Look at it. Huh? You have any idea how many times I bang my head on the floor? Eh?
It looks like a fungal disease or something. Like,
I'll take this nail right now and bang it into that desk, huh? With my forehead. Huh? You see, that's how I pray. You're gonna question me.
it's so stupid. And this is the funny thing, I have to say. When I was quite religious as a Muslim, I was following a rather mysticist, spiritual Sufi path, and
show us
there,
yours, Zabiba. Show us yours, Zabiba.
there,
Where's your Zabiba, AP? You're an
the
ex-Muslim.
mindset I learned there, when I was there, was that I'm supposed to not show off. I'm supposed to be humble and not do stuff like this. And I specifically learned in those circles that if you have something like this on your forehead, it is not a good thing, because you're just basically trying to show off to other Muslims, to other people, when you should be worshiping Allah within you. That's what I learned. But then I go out there into the world, and I noticed that mindset is actually not a very popular mindset.
AP. I mean, this is a perfect video for Shake Your Booty. And just title the video, How to Get an Awesome Zabiba, right? And then you're like, oh, brothers and sisters, people may come to question your piety, so I'm here to tell you how to get an awesome Zabiba. First thing you want to do, right? And it just shows you banging your head and you're getting a better and better mark. That'd be awesome.
Anyway, this guy with this disgusting thing on his forehead walked out of an interview.
By killing hundreds of people
to stop this
in...
I want to stop this interview.
A top Hamas official abruptly ended an interview with the BBC after a reporter asked him how the group justified killing Israeli civilians in their sleep.
Hey, this reporter needs to be lucky that this guy didn't just detonate the room.
What is this stupid? I want to see an actual video of it happening. I don't want to read it.
Yeah, you're trying to watch him walk out.
Yeah.
Military operation, but the result of it was that hundreds
Yeah,
of civilians were killed.
The area is very wide, and there are many people there, and there was clashes and confrontation.
It's not confrontation. You invaded houses.
I don't have details what happened inside, but I can tell you that we didn't have any intention or decision to kill the civilians.
How do you justify killing people as they sleep? Families. How do you justify killing hundreds
I
of
want
people?
to stop this interview.
Just run! You see, run, you coward, you little weakling!
And he threw it down. He threw the mic away and wanted to stop. This is what they do when you confront them about what they're doing. And this is such a lie.
This is not narrative that I want on your TV.
Yeah. These cowards, these terrorist cowards, these bastards, these animals, these savages that I hope Israel takes out, these terrorists. And I'm talking about Hamas. This is what they do. They kill people. They kill civilians. We have clear evidence. It's clear as day. They went there. It is now documented. It will be historical evidence. It will be recorded in history. They invade the land. They go to homes. They go to a festival. They go to a village. They kill people randomly. They shoot them on sight. They kidnap them. They burn homes down. They shoot people in their sleeps, and so on. That's specifically what they did. They directly targeted civilians. They had instructions to target civilians, to kill as many people as possible. And once you are asked about it, they're like, no. We don't target civilian. I'm done with this interview.
And meanwhile, while you're complaining against me, BBC, I see that over half of super smart college students affirm that we're right. Ha ha ha! In your face, we win.
Yeah, and then you have imbeciles in London and I don't know, in some places in America, go out and say free Palestine. Why are you saying free Palestine? Well, everybody's saying it right now.
Everybody's
it's so
saying
cool.
it. Everybody's
so cool.
saying it.
Yeah.
How
it's
can
the latest thing. It's so
how can
cool.
a bunch of college students be wrong about something?
Yeah. Why did you try it? It's amazing. It feels so cool to do that.
I feel so important. I'm making a difference.
It's all. Look how sad I am. By the way, look how sad I am.
We've
I'm
got
just so
a
sad about this.
movement. We're gonna save the world. You're so stupid, man. Oh gosh, they're dumb.
And if you don't trust the footage, just hear it from the terrorists who were arrested.
You
or
mean the
who,
actors?
or turned themselves in? Yeah, the paid actor. I see. Look at this paid actor here. Hamas, and they described the stuff they did.
Look, these Hamas guys are like, fine, we'll tell you everything. Just don't play any more AP videos for us.
I'm sure they do that. I should tell my handlers. I should tell my handlers at the IDF to do that.
Hey, we should do a skit. We should do a skit where I'm an interrogator and I'm playing and I've captured Shake Your Booty and I'm making him watch Apostate Prophet videos as torture.
عامله ايه؟ لفه عزه شو تعملوا؟ نطهرها ونسيطر عليها. شو يعني التطهير؟ نفضيها من ايش؟ من الناس.
He has to go to the bathroom. He is suffering from constipation. That's why
you leave me here for 2 days and won't let me go to the bathroom. I'm really struggling to hold this in. This is bad. I don't want to embarrass myself. Killing women and children, that's fine, but messing myself, no, embarrassing.
So here is an actual terrorist who
can I go to the bathroom to empty it? Infiltrate where? The toilet, I got to go.
Here's an actual terrorist who says that they went into the community, into the kibbutz, into the the residential community.
I thought kibbutz means bathroom. I was just trying to use the bathroom the entire time. No one let me go.
That's why they went to the kibbutz.
You see us shoot the porta potties.
With the aim of emptying the place, of killing the people. That's what these guys saying.
There are no bathrooms. There are no bathrooms in Gaza. We tried to go over there just to use the bathroom.
We want to go to the kibbutz to empty the bathrooms.
شو تعملوا؟
فاحنا مشينا يسار في بيت هناك طلعوا منه مرة يعني ختيار.
There's something wrong with this guy. I said this when I watched it the first time here live. But this guy is just like, he's like, oh yeah, we did that. Yeah. No, we killed this one. Yeah, I shot so many bullets into them. Yeah.
Whoa.
Like he has no issue at all with.
Yeah, dude. There were people like this, and that I was in a mental hospital with who would just talk, and they would talk about killing an old lady or something like that, and they talk about it just like they were talking about like eating a sandwich. Like there's no.
Yeah.
Like some people think like that, but they understand over time how to say the right things, and then other people they never even absorb that, and they just seems completely natural to them.
Look at this weakling. He is a weakling. Mohammed Hijab would not be proud to see this guy sit here.
You're finished already. Look at me. Look at me. You know you're done.
Yeah.
Mohammed Hijab basking in a sea of popularity while actual people die.
Yeah.
لما شفتها يعني شو شفت عليها؟
شفتها أنا مرمية بس ما قربتش منها يعني طلع الكلب تبعها بالشارع طخيته أنا بعدها كان في واحد بالجنينة.
I think this is actually the guy that we saw in one of the footages. There is a footage of one of these people shooting a dog that runs out of a house and comes there. I don't know.
That dog came at them like a boss too. Even after he got shot, he kept coming. That's a good dog right there.
Yeah.
مدني هذا اللي كتبته كان معه سلاح؟ لا. كم طلقة ضربت عليه؟
Look, this guy actually has a sign of like maybe he's at least pretending that this is not a normal thing that he did.
Yeah.
Like he looks down and says, no, they were not armed.
Well, it's interesting because he's just sitting here in this nice office answering questions, and you're like, okay, these guys are probably interrogated for days and tortured and everything else to get them to where, okay, we just go in the office. We'll tell you anything you want to know. Just stop. Okay, come sit in this nice, comfy office, and we're going to ask you some questions. And if you don't answer, we're sending you right back into the room with the Jewish bear.
Yeah.
What's that guy from Inglourious Basterds?
Inglourious Basterds. Yeah, the Jewish bear. Yeah. With his
His baseball bat.
Yes. Amazing movie. I watched that movie so many times.
وين الطاولات ضربته؟
عن منطقة الصدر.
منطقة الصدر وبعد هيك؟
بعد كده قعدنا نلفلف بالضوء في دارين أظن عملنا فيهم حريقة.
Set them on fire.
كيف كنتوا تطهروا البيوت؟
أول ما دخلت صح أول ما دخلت المستوطنة.
Oh, this guy! Look at his face.
Yeah, how
that looks like they beat him.
You think?
It looks like they beat.
I don't know what. Yeah, I mean, I have no delusions about what's going on when these guys are being interrogated. These actual terrorists who killed a bunch of people are being interrogated, but I'm guessing it's not very pretty. You break them until they are just gonna spill their guts about everything because they don't want to go back in the interrogation room. They want to be in this nice room.
I can't imagine the pleasure that these guys are probably getting out of, or the relief they're getting out of. I don't know, making these guys look like I don't know. They didn't do very much, to be honest. It's just like his face is a little bit swollen.
Well, you don't need to. I mean, waterboarding doesn't do any. I don't know what they're doing to them, but waterboarding doesn't do any damage. Various electrical things aren't going to do too much damage. There are all sorts of things you can do to.
Yeah, maybe you're just completely misrepresenting this. Maybe he just fell down the stairs, as some people say.
Yeah. Hey, there you go. Our first question for you is, what was it like walking into that wall? Oh, yes, I walked into the wall. This was from walking into wall. Yes, everyone here, very nice, very nice. All Jews, 100% nice to me.
واحنا راجعين وراه كانوا طالعين من جوا بنت عمرها يمكن 16 سنه او 15 سنه.
شو عملتوا في البنت؟
هذه البنت وقفت صوروا معها سيلفي كان يقول له كان يقول طخوها قال لا ما طخوهاش خذوها اسيره.
A 16-year-old girl, they took her. They started taking selfies with that girl, and some said shoot her, others said no, let's take her back. This is these nice guys here. Look how nicely and timidly he's sitting there. Oh, obviously, he can't be a dangerous person, right? No, these nice guys here come to your community, to your village, and take little girls and scare them, kill everyone else around, scare them, then start taking selfies, and then like let's kill her. No, let's take her back. Let's take her back to Gaza. This is the nice girls, and 50% of 18 to 24-year-olds in America think that this is justified.
Well, look at him. He's just like someone you'd see on a college campus. So it can't be all bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
he looks like a nice guy. A nice guy. Here's the constipated.
Let this guy go to the bathroom. My goodness.
That's how they tortured this guy. They won't allow him to go to the bathroom.
Well, it's like, I mean, as much. Yeah, I know. It's like they sewed his butthole closed. More and more pain. Like, you want us to help you out? We're gonna leave you sewed up until you explode, unless you tell us everything.
وين الطلقة طبت فيها؟ أيوة شو صار فيها؟ شو عملتوا كمان في الدور؟ ولعنا ضرير ولعنا. والدار اللي في جنبكم مين ولعها؟ محمد بصل.
Oh, snitching! He is straight up snitching at this point. He's calling out. He's naming names. This is how you know you got a good snitch on your hands.
This is the thing. This is the thing I'm wondering about. So, are these guys aware that they're being filmed? Okay, they are aware they're being filmed. Some of them actually looked at the camera, or one of them at least did. Are they aware that this will be published for the whole world to see, and that fellow Hamas members will then later on see that they snitched? And what is going to happen to them when they go to prison with all of the Hamas gang? And Hamas dominates the prisons.
Yeah,
so
these guys have been broken. They have been broken. Like at some point, you will do anything to get out of that room, and then in order to be in this room and to not go back to the interrogation room, I will tell you absolutely anything. I will name names. I will snitch on everybody. Just do not send me back to the Jewish bear.
And once they go to prison, and once they are...
That's what I mean. In the U.S., you have like protective custody and things like that. I don't know what they have there, but that could be part that. Just so you know, if they're naming names and stuff, that's probably part of a deal. One, we're going to stop interrogating you. We're going to bring you in here. You're going to tell us every single thing you know. If you tell us one thing and we find out that you're lying or you're covering up, deals off. We toss you in with the rest of the Hamas, and we show them the information you gave us. You tell us everything, and you speak truthfully and give us all the information we want. Then you go to a different prison where it's all people like you and no regular Hamas.
Bunch of snitches.
Okay. Bunch of snitches. We'll send you to a separate prison for all you good snitches.
Oh, that's sad. I was kind of hoping that they would go to a regular Hamas-dominated prison, and then.
I mean, you can. At the end of the day, you can always say "psych," but no. You generally want to keep it legit because you're thinking of future terrorists that you catch. You want them to understand. See, look, there's a nice prison over there. See, they're all having a good time. They're playing basketball out there. All the good snitches who didn't lie to us. All the good snitches. You want to be with the good snitches. You want to be getting beaten to death by Hamas.
Yeah. Well.
You keep your agreements.
Alhamdulillah. The white trash man said, "From the river to the sea, Palestine and Israel will know the isolated strip of the east."
I saw it. I saw it when you put it up.
Thank you. The beautiful words of Muhammad here.
Powerful.
Eyes are the letter of the anus. Knows too much. Said, David, what do you think of this YouTube video? Islam debunked based on your videos. I would have to look it up. What do you think? What do you think about this video, David?
Since that's the first time hearing of it, I don't think of it at all, except for this comment.
Okay, well, what do you think about
it? Debunked.
What do you think about it? Just tell me what you think about it.
I think it's great if it's using my videos.
Oh yeah,
must be awesome.
There you have it.
Islam debunked.
There you have it. This video isn't available anymore. It says I probably typed it wrong. Well, fantastic.
There are multiple videos with something about that in the
but yeah, you can look it up and tell me what you think. Tell us what you think. Abu Bakr Al Puff Daddy said, AP and D Wood, when you're not fighting jihad, what are your hobbies? What do you do to relax? Sports, movies, music, hiking, biking, crochet, cooking. This reminds me of something that
I will occasionally watch a movie, but other stuff on there, no.
Yeah, I watch stuff with my wife, and I play games.
Yeah, I will. I read. I'll watch a show sometimes with one of my kids. I hit the gym most nights.
Why stuttering?
I do dope stuff.
Why stuttering?
Yeah.
I do. I make cool stuff.
Oh no, don't do that. That's very provocative. That's very hateful.
Well, someone asked though.
Which games do you play, AP? Right now I play Hearts of Iron 4 a lot.
Iron was sent down. It's a miracle of the Quran. How do you explain that?
I like strategy games and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I played Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies for a while.
You did?
Well, it was because my kids, someone else got them. Their grandfather got them an Xbox, and then they keep getting killed by these zombies. And I'm actually like, hey, I should be defending my kids against zombies. So I started playing it. to protect them because that was when they were kids. And then I ended up playing the various zombie games, and then I ended up I played what's the one with Master Chief? Halo. I didn't play Halo. I played Halo Wars, which is like the base game and stuff like that.
I've never played that in my life.
Those are the only modern games that I've played. Other than that, I used to play Mike Tyson's Punch Out and Super Mario Brothers and that stuff back in the day.
Yeah. When the super chat just asked us what our hobbies are and what else we do, it reminded me of this moment here.
Palpable here, and certainly very different to most.
If they don't know the reality on the ground, it's better that they shut up.
Mossab, your passion and your anger is very palpable here, and certainly very different to most of the pro-Palestinian voices I've had. And I sense the Palestinian plight of its people is very much in your heart.
Look at his face.
Do
He's
you
awesome.
still have contact
Oh, hey, hold on. Listen.
with any of your family?
This is irrelevant right now. I don't have any contact.
What a stupid question.
I don't.
What are you, stupid? Why are you stuttering, Pierce?
This is like the guy is like he's really
like pure intensity right now. Look at him.
yeah. He's like,
you see why I put my aviators on. You see this look in the eye.
What
I
is
know
this
I
stupid
terrify.
question?
That's why I put the glasses on.
What is this stupid question? This is irrelevant.
Most of the pro-Palestinian voices I've had, and I sense the Palestinian plight of its people is very much in your heart. Do you still have contact with any of your family?
This is irrelevant right now. I don't
irrelevant
have my family, and I don't care anymore. Enough bloodshed and enough involvement from people who don't care.
Enough bloodshed. Enough bedwetting. We take your pampers off. Take your pampers off, Pierce.
This guy has all the energy here to basically.
I've had 75 Red Bulls today. Ha!
Don't joke about it. This guy's saying we are talking about a serious issue here. Why are you asking me about my family? I don't care about my family. I care about
people
this
being killed. You take a home. Go. Oh, hey, mama, how you doing? Come on.
This guy is intense. Abu Bakr al-Puff Daddy said, AP, your reaction to today's rally in Turkey, London's, why so many people marching? David Wood, how do your special forces buddies feel about the situation? Oh, I forgot to talk about the rally in Turkey. But yeah, there was a rally in Turkey where Erdogan said some really, really messed up words. He said something like, he said that Israel is a terrorist organization. And he said, I want to repeat that Hamas is not a terrorist organization. Hamas are freedom fighters. That's what he said. And his reasoning for Israel being a terrorist organization is that civilians die in the airstrikes. But the same guy says Hamas are freedom fighters, when Hamas is the only one of the two that is on camera going around and killing civilians, targeting them specifically, killing them without any reasoning, and killing over 1,400 people. And he also made these fake threats. He said he spoke to the West and accused the West of supporting oppression, and said something like, West, do you want to reignite the war between the cross and the crescent? That's what he said, Erdogan, which to me are just empty words. He just likes to play at the tough guy and impress his religious Muslim audience. And another thing he said was he basically issued a veiled threat to Israel, where he said, just like we told the terrorist organizations that provoked us before, we might come one night, unannounced, which basically means he said that before Turkey attacked terrorist organizations like the Kurdish organization and all those. So he basically made an implied veiled threat to militarily attack Israel, which is ridiculous.
That's
Turkey
ridiculous.
Cannot do that.
Yep. He'd get crushed.
He would get his. He would completely get crushed.
And more groups would get involved. More countries would be directly involved at that point.
Plus, he would be breaking multiple agreements that Turkey is involved in. He would be going against NATO, and I don't know. Turkey would stand alone.
Yeah, Turkey would be in a lot of trouble there, and then I would take that opportunity to liberate Hagia Sophia. So we do that. And then D Wood, how do your special forces buddies feel about the situation? I don't know which special forces buddies you're referring to. A few years ago, it was we were finishing up a trip to Israel, and while we're there, special forces killed Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, the leader of ISIS, and we were actually in an airport. And I said, "Hey guys, I was there with one was a former Navy SEAL and one was a former Army Ranger." And I was like, "Hey, you guys want to go live right here in the airport?" And so we did. We went live and we talked about that and stuff. It was interesting because I was asking them about various scenarios. I was like, okay, suppose you're in there, you're going in the cave, you're going in there, and suppose he just puts his hand up. What do you do? And they're like, shoot him. I was like, wait, no, he's putting his hands up. Suppose he says he puts his hands up and I surrender. What do you do? Shoot him. They're just like, if your mission is to shoot him, you're just going to shoot him. Yeah, special forces guys tend to be all about doing exactly what your mission is.
Yeah. To point out again, with the whole NATO agreements, if Turkey attacked Israel right now, when America is specifically openly defending Israel and deploying there, that would be a NATO member attacking the biggest NATO member.
That would be bad. That would be. I mean, it'd be interesting to watch. It wouldn't be boring to watch, but I can't imagine Turkey actually doing anything except for a lot of this right now.
And the NATO has like clear agreements and articles in place where if one member is attacked, then all members must jump in to collectively defend the other member. So for Turkey then to actually attack another member here, it's insane. It's stupid. It's stupid. It won't happen. I know Turks. I know Erdogan.
You do.
The guy's bluffing. Like nothing will happen. Nothing is going to happen.
Yeah, I'll believe they're going to put you on trial before I'll believe they're going to mess with Israel.
Yeah. There's apparently a new arrest warrant for me, by the way. I just found out several days ago.
I think Linda Sarsour's sister. That must be a reference to that.
To
that chick in that interview.
To that complete.
That's who Pierce should get her on there. I'd love to see her on there with someone.
I haven't heard anything about her in a long time. I think she has become completely irrelevant, and good, rightly so. Joseph Paul Zhang said, "How to join you in a discussion room? Any link? Greetings from Netherlands. I am the Prophet number 26." Oh, thank you, Prophet number 26. Not today, but in the coming days, I might open the room for discussion. I do want to have some discussions with others who disagree with me on this stuff or who agree with me, who just want to share stuff. That would be nice. I will keep following. Thank you. Iborji said, "I used to respect AP. Now he's an Israeli bootlicker."
You see?
FU said he. I don't know what you're talking about. I was always an Israeli bootlicker.
Yeah, in your face. You got turned.
What are you talking about? When did this change? I don't even get it. I made a video about the Israel-Palestine conflict. When was it? Years ago. Where I basically blasted the Palestinian side and said they are responsible for much of the suffering.
And I even remember you bought that pair of Netanyahu's boots off eBay just so you could lick them.
Yes,
that was years ago. You're talking like 4 years ago, dude.
I have been licking them every night.
I used to respect when he hasn't changed. AP hasn't changed. What do you say? But
you know what?
What?
Mojab.
What?
Tell him.
Get the hell out of here.
Okay. Fantastic. Thank you, Mojo. DR said day 8 of asking for a Prophet Tales GoFundMe. Perhaps Shaky Booty can do a 60-second call to the cause. Great work. Either way, guys, keep it up. I know I want to organize something for the Prophet Tales series. I do want to do I want to do a fundraiser for that. The only thing with me is
you need a Jewish episode.
Yeah. The only thing with that is I want to if I do a fundraiser to create this series, then I don't want that to end up in a mediocre way. I want it to be great. And if I can't make it like great, if I can't get like lots of attention to it and have like, millions of viewers to it, then I would feel like the fundraiser is like I failed with it. That's actually my concern, seriously. Otherwise, I would organize a fundraiser, but I'll think about it. I'll make an outline to it.
Yeah, you need a good idea and get it written and then tell everyone.
Yeah,
but I think something with Muhammad and the Jews would be pretty dope.
Yeah. The Real Massacre said it basically the same that's happening now. They started a war, they can't win it. Selectively criticize atrocities only when it affects their side. That is precisely true. Just look at this. Just look at this here.
What a dope.
Look at this. How people react when this stuff happens. This is October 7th.
Nothing will ever be able to take back this moment of triumph, this moment of resistance, this moment of surprise,
this moment of insanity.
On behalf of the Zionist entity, nothing ever.
Really? What about endless whining because then they retaliate? Like,
it's so funny because she says nothing can take this away, and then a day later they start whining.
Who could have foreseen Israel retaliating after we kill over 1,000 of their people? Who could have foreseen this?
And we said it, right? As soon as it happened, we said,
Of course. It was everyone
knew
knew that. Everyone knew that, and every idiot in the world could have foreseen. Okay, yeah, you killed a bunch of people. Now they're going to bomb you and invade you.
Yeah,
and they went, "Oh no, why are they doing this? We don't get it. I mean, we called for a ceasefire, and they're not listening."
So weird. Why would they not listen?
So weird. We thought we could just go kill a bunch of people, and we'll all celebrate and cheer for it and say what a great job our terrorists did. And then Israel would say, we're going to respond. And we'll say, no, we want a ceasefire. And the UN will call for a ceasefire, and then you guys will stop.
How about no? I don't buy your Ella.
Yeah.
What a dope.
Look at this here.
Weaving through traffic on Waterloo Road with Palestinian flags waving. A rallying cry echoing from Greenacre.
I don't know what's worse here, the activists or the Australian accent. I don't know, I can't decide. But
to Lakemba. There, a crowd hundreds strong gathered in response to attacks half a world away. Islamic leaders addressed the crowd.
I'm smiling and I'm happy.
We will throw another shrimp on the Barbie. Same people who are whining and crying right now.
That day, on October 7th, when Hamas went in there and killed civilians and mistreated them in the worst possible ways, they were cheering and they were smiling and they were like, "It's a victory, victory, yahoo!" And one day later, they're like, "Wait, no, stop, please.
Peace and tolerance, ceasefire, whoa. It's funny, I've actually seen fights like that in prison and other places where someone will just walk up and like just totally sucker punch someone or steal on someone, and then they start getting the crap beat out of them. They're like, whoa. Like, wait, you walked up and hit him, dude.
Yeah. Knows too much. Said, notice how anti-Hebrew haters just so happen to also be some of the worst people on the planet. Possibly. Lots of them possibly do lots of possibly bad stuff. DR said, "Oh, also don't sweat it, AP. What happened with PBD? I mean, what happened with PBD? I don't know what you're talking about. Continue your steady growth, both of you, and eventually someone will interact with you, and then the channel will pay enough to eat better food." I don't. Yeah, for context, Patrick Bet David, they invited me on the show 2 weeks ago or so. And it was quite surprising to me. It was very short notice, and they invited me to speak, to talk with them about the whole Israel-Palestine conflict. And I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, let's do it, sure. And they asked me about all kinds of information, and we arranged it. We were arranging the travel. I was abruptly getting ready, and then suddenly I received a message saying, actually, we rescheduled it, so I'll get back to you next week. And then that was it. That was actually my first intuition. As soon as I received we rescheduled, I will get back to you next week, was like, oh no, this is not rescheduling. I think they canceled. Yeah. I think I messaged you and I told you or something like that, right?
It's pretty obvious what happened.
Yeah.
They asked you to be on the show. You agreed. They asked some of the Dawa guys, hey, let's put together a panel. And then it's, no, he's an Islamophobe. No more Islamophobes. The only people you're allowed to have on your show are proponents of pedophilia and killing apostates. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's the only people who are allowed on the PBD podcast anymore. You have to support pedophilia and killing apostates, the only acceptable people.
Or they, after just when they were making the arrangements of flying me there, maybe they checked my profiles and saw that I said that I harshly criticized Patrick Bet David, and I thought, no, we can't have someone on here who calls out our nonsense. So maybe that's what happened. I'm not really sure, but either way,
they talked to the Dawa guys.
Either way, huge lack of integrity, huge dishonesty, huge whatever you want to call it from Patrick Bet David and his team.
Just send them a message saying, "Okay, I've decided that apostates should be killed, and that and that molesting little girls is a great thing to do." And then they'll be, "Oh, yes, come on, you'll fit right in with our Dawa panel."
Hey, that's a good idea. Why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, do that.
I'll do that. I'll do that in a second. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Thank you, man. You should have told me that before. Abu Bakr al-Puff Daddy said, rather than the IDF go down into the tunnels and take many casualties, wouldn't it be better for Mossad to deal with the Iranian Revolutionary Guard? Different things. They will. They have to do.
They're going to blow up the tunnels.
Yeah.
They're going to do. They're going to blow up tunnels.
Yeah.
Just warriors on keyboard.
Keyboard jihadis.
Wait, I forgot about this.
People who don't care.
You need that. You need to say
warriors
that.
on keyboard, and they're just storming world capitals saying free Palestine, free Palestine. They don't know what the hell Palestine is. I am Palestine. And I say it's enough of Hamas. It's enough of the corrupt leaderships that they are killing our people, misleading them to hell. Is enough of that. We don't want Palestinian state. I don't want Palestinian state. Palestinian children need education. They need security. They need life. This is what they need. They don't need another corrupt Arab regime.
Is it?
Oh, this guy is just amazing.
He's got a point.
This guy's amazing. This guy's amazing.
Points all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah. If the immoral pro-Palestine Nazis cared for the lives of the Palestinian Nazis, they would protest for Egypt to open its border. It's about jihad against Israel. I think that's also one of the main reasons why they don't want to accept the Palestinian refugees. The idea there is if we take out the Palestinians, then they will lose the land, and that land belongs to the Arabs and the Muslims. We can't just leave it to the Zionists, to the
your best bet for keeping the world and a bunch of college students on your side in going against Israel is for you to be the victims. If you take the Palestinians out of there, then they're no longer and they end up being absorbed into other populations, and they're no longer victims. And then what do you say then? So no, you have to keep them there at all costs.
Yeah, you have to use the dead bodies of Palestinians as leverage and as a good tool. If you save their lives, then how are you going to use that? Can't. Doesn't work. Sanke said British police really arrested him for reading Islam's most trusted sources. Seems Islamophobic to me. Oh, that's about the earlier video. Yeah. No, yeah, that's very terrible. They shouldn't do that.
That's what that guy should be saying. He should go into court and say, all I did was quote the hadith. Are you Islamophobic?
She was 9 years old.
Remember I told you where George Zayag did that? That guy was hilarious.
Who?
I told you about it. I told you about it before, but it's one of the funniest things ever. So George Zayag, he's a Christian street preacher. He's an Arab Christian from Sudan, moved to the US, and he just goes out to mosques and starts having discussions with Muslims outside of mosques. And one day said he's having discussion with people, and then an angry guy came outside and he starts going, "That's why your priests are pedophiles. That's why your priests are pedophiles." And George goes, "Sorry, I'm not a Catholic, but let me show you something." And he had Sahih Bukhari in his van. He goes and gets it, and he goes, "Look here, it says that your prophet has sex with a 9-year-old girl. So if anyone's a pedophile, it's Muhammad." The guy punched him in his face. Bam! Right? So George goes to the police and tells the police, "Hey, this guy punched me in my face, blah, 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 blah." Police won't do anything. So he goes to the ACLU. He goes to the American Civil Liberties Union to complain about the police. But what he does is hilarious. He goes, "Hello, as you can see, I am an Arab. I was standing in front of the mosque reading from the hadith when a man comes and punches me in my face. And I told the police about it, but they won't do anything." And they're like, he said the ACLU was like, "What? Oh, we're going to sue them and we're going to do this. And how dare they?" And of course, as they start their investigation, they find out he was a Christian and it was a Muslim who punched him. And then they dropped it and didn't want anything to do with it. But I always thought that dude's hilarious, man.
That's funny. That's funny. That's good. That's smart. Paul Jones said, "David, if Jesus really is the savior, then why is..."
Good question. If Jesus really is the savior, then why is?
So
I don't know. You've stumped me.
You're finished.
You're finished.
You're finished already. Look at me. You know you're done.
You're finished, man. But hey, thank you, Paul Jones. This is a very weak moment for David Wood. He destroyed his career, basically.
Humiliated.
Great guy, said AP. Happy 100th year of the founding of the Turkish Republic. This is irrelevant right now. I don't care about the Turkish Republic.
It's all you care about. It's all you ever say when we're not live. Turkish Republic.
No, but thank you. I
glorious Republic of Turkish.
Gladly, I don't have any allegiances or any ties. Actually, I still do have ties, unfortunately, but no allegiances or anything to the Turkish Republic. I couldn't care less. But thank you. Paul Jones said something about leather straps. No. Thank you. Luke said, does the G in LGBT stand for goat sexual? Because if it does, then Hamas members would be part of that group.
And it also explains the alliance between the LGBTQ community and Islam.
That makes sense.
But I don't think that's what it stands for. But it might in the eyes of many goat aficionados.
Probably in the eyes of the leather strap. Of the Kevin James Johnson said, hey guys, just got done doing a tandem shirtless bike ride with Mohammed Hijab. He wants to know what you rate his new dance routine out of 10. I would say 4.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah. He doesn't have he's a little too big to, really move well.
Yeah, he doesn't. He needs to figure that out.
He's a little slow.
He needs to work on that stuff.
Might be able to do the robot. You should learn something like a robot. That's good for big people.
Yeah.
How about no? I don't buy your Ella.
Coding Jesus said, what is Islam's take on communism? Does Islam have room for communists / communism? In the Muslim world, communism is often very hated, disliked, and equated with like really, really bad stuff. It's like the red of communism is like a big evil.
But they will gladly work together against a common enemy when convenient.
Yes. In the West, they will gladly do that. And even in the Palestinian movements, they will gladly do that. Such as there are communist or socialist groups in Gaza right now that are working with Hamas, the Islamists, who see them as completely corrupt and want to take them out. They're working together against Israel. Because they're like, okay, let's fight Israel. Let us take this land. Let us make it our land, and then we can kill each other. That's what they're doing. So, yeah. But yeah, that's it. And the main thing is just that communism is anti-religion. Francis Bouillet said, here is my jizya from Londonistan. Oh, thank you. The La La Land. Thank you. Do you sometimes go to England? Do you ever travel to England from Londonistan? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat. And how do you feel under Islamic rule nowadays? Let me know about this. Thank you. I appreciate it. Richard McLean said, hi, AP. Have you and David seen the recent video from Pakistan? The Muslim guy talking on a platform and it falls down. He's making an anti-Jew comment saying if he's lying, may the platform collapse.
What?
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I'd have to see it and make sure that there's nothing fake about it or something like that.
Yeah.
So that would be funny.
I will believe it when I see it. Just like a good atheist. Mr. Cranes said, halfway through Yusuf's book, what a journey so far. Also, AP, Turkey said they want to declare war on Israel. Yeah, Turkey won't do anything there. Just chicken.
Turkey would not bust a grape in a food fight. Let's get that clear.
Turkey, chicken, same thing. They won't do anything. They're afraid they will just talk. They'll just make noises.
Yep.
Like, pop, 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 pop.
Turkey mess with me. Got one question: white meat or dark meat? Because that's all going to be the only options.
Yeah. But hey, glad to hear that you're halfway through the book. I would recommend the book again and again. I love this guy. I think he's a legend. His book is called Son of Hamas, Mossab Hassan Youssef. Read it, listen to it. It's amazing. And he goes a lot into how Hamas began. And he knows his stuff. What in the world is this? Christus Eternum said, thank you. What does this appear different in the actual chat? I don't even know.
No.
Consider the intricate interplay of sensory perception where the enigmatic fusion of our outward gaze is tethered by the letters. I knew it. I could predict it. Like halfway through, I predicted. Okay, this is
how Muhammad's statement would be written in a journal article.
The intricate interplay of sensory perception where the enigmatic fusion of outward gaze is tethered by the leather drapery that inhibit one's vision beyond the control of their own anus.
But notice this is what a Dawah guy would say. Look, see, this is how someone other than Muhammad would have said it. But Muhammad said it so eloquently. This is the proof. His miraculous eloquence.
Oh boy, this is what super chat. This is what people make super chats for nowadays. See, very nice, very well played. She was 90 years old. Said
people are using pictures of him now.
Said this was the perfect move. This was the perfect.
That's
move.
What he says right there.
Yeah.
That was a dumb move, wasn't it? That was a perfect move. That's funny.
But I want to see that end of that again one more time. I just like how it ends. I like that part.
You really think so?
It was
That wasn't exactly a clever move, mate, was it?
It was a very clever move.
You really think so?
It was the perfect
move. You know, it's people like
you gotta get this. You gotta find out who this guy is.
No. How old was Joseph? How old was Joseph? Oh!
This is amazing, man. I really, if anybody knows who this guy is, if you are this guy, please, let's have you on here, man.
Yeah, someone find out who this guy is, and then we want to.
This is amazing.
Get him on the live stream.
This is amazing.
And we could ask him questions like, "Hey, that was a pretty dumb move, don't you think?"
It was the perfect move. The real master said the same hypocrites deeming the attacks on civilians on Israel as justified think Israel is going too far now. Yeah. But hey, they can say whatever they want. Nothing going to change. Schneider said, cultural atheism is definitely involved in our young people being so simultaneously deranged, violent, and self-righteous. Yeah. I have to ban this user quickly here for saying
and
this. I have to block Beschneids quickly. Yeah.
I put a news clip from the New York Times in 1940 that said that Georgetown students had a vote on the most outstandingly awesome person in the world, and they voted Hitler.
Outstanding.
So the point is, college students just are perpetually stupid and self-righteous and think that they know what they're talking about.
But what do they mean by outstanding, as a Canadian would say it? What do they mean by that?
It's outstanding.
It's outstanding.
No, I think it's outstanding.
No, it's
It's a
outstanding.
boot. You don't know what you're talking about.
Outstanding.
What you're talking about.
Jeff Durbla, now we have lost with our racism against Canadians, all the Canadians here. Jeff Durbla said, I feel liberals are experiencing cognitive dissonance with this issue. Supporting Hamas goes against their entire ideology, and yet here they are. This is the thing, right? I mean, people are telling me, and I'm not stupid, I'm not going to do whatever these idiots think they're doing. But people are trying to tell me that I should be opposing Israel and should be supporting these, these freedom fighters right now. Why in the hell would I support or side with, or advocate for the greatness of the very people who think that I should be killed? Why would I do that? Why in the world would I do? Why would I justify them? Why would I support their goals? Why would I do any of this? There are two parties here in this conflict. There is the Palestinian side represented by Islamists at the moment and by genocidal people, and then you have the Israeli side, which is overwhelmingly secular. In Israel, if I went to Israel, I could be free to do to live and to say whatever I want. If I went to the other side, however, I would probably die in some lynching or be, put in jail and, put in prison and kept there forever or whatever it is. Whether you are an apostate, whether you are some idiot liberal somewhere, whether you are a gay, whether you are a woman who wants to, live however she wants, they don't want you to exist. And you come here thinking, oh, I should support them. They have a right to go out and rape people.
Yeah, and you take a group like Hamas, like they're seeing the big picture as far as the goals and agendas of their religion. What does their religion call on them to do? And because they're in a specific situation, like they're right there beside Israel, they focus on that. But make no mistake, these are the guys who want to violently subjugate the entire world. They're doing their part in that overall campaign, and you have just morons on college campuses siding with them.
Yeah. Ari Wasserman said fake conservatives like candy.
It's canned ace. That's what Kate says, canned ace.
Candace Owens have been going full Fuentes over Israel hitting the offices of a church in Gaza in which Hamas was operating and killing a number of Christians, meaning who cares about Hamas? Jews kill Christians. I haven't followed anything she said.
They were operating in a building beside the church because that's what they do. And then the building beside the church got bombed, and then it also damages the church.
It damaged part of the church complex. It damaged a building that is part of the church, which where a collapse happened. The church itself was not did not collapse or anything.
Why are you stuttering?
I just want to include this sound at random times when it has nothing to do at all with the topic. But yeah, I haven't seen anything that she did. She blocked me anyway because she's a Andrew Tate fan.
Yeah, I mean, really, all someone would need to do is say, "Hey, Hamas is all about sex trafficking." Then she'd be, "Oh, okay, well, they're the good guys then."
Oh, yeah. I would expect that. I wouldn't be surprised if that actually happened. Wouldn't be surprised at all. Wouldn't be shocked. But thank you so much, Ari. I was going to say something about this. I'll get back to it if I remember.
Sure, it's been really important.
It was very important, man. It was vital. People's lives depend on what I was going to say. Derek Nelson said, is Hamas in West Bank also? Do they attack there? Hamas has presence in the West Bank. Everybody does. But there is always a struggle where Fatah is in charge of Hamas. Fatah is in charge of the West Bank, and they're trying to make sure that they are in control and that they are not taken over and reduced by Hamas, which is why they operate on a quite totalitarian level and actually abduct and imprison and torture fellow Palestinians to get information out of them, which the same thing Hamas also does in Gaza. This is how messed up they are. They can't even make peace among themselves, among each other, but then they blame everything on Israel. But yeah, Hamas is also present in the West Bank, although they are not in charge in the West Bank. They have forces there, among other groups. Ron B said, Mossab Youssef in interview, CNN said, they are a religious movement. This is what everybody is afraid to say. If Hamas was a political movement, we could satisfy their political ambition.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
Correcto. That's pretty correct. Nothing to add, nothing to say. Gigi Riley said, which was first mass slaughter of men and enslavement of women? When Muhammad broke 10-year truce in second or third year when he gained power by robbing. Which was first mass slaughter. Oh, yeah, yeah. Muhammad was a very nice guy. He was a very nice guy. He treated Jews very well. He treated women very well. Yeah.
He treated his sex slaves very well.
Sex slaves. He treated the entire Jewish tribes very well, the polytheists very well. He treated dogs very well. He was a dog lover. He loved dogs. Yeah. Jeff Durable said maybe Hijab was asking himself if he was. I know that's the theory.
We talked about it.
That's a theory. Maybe he was telling himself in his head, "Why are you stuttering?
Stupid. Oh, did I
Yeah.
say that out loud? Did I say it out loud? I get confused between what's in my head and what.
Ron B. Next part of the super chat. Question 1: Why do you think everybody is afraid to say this is a religious movement? 2: If Hamas is a religious movement, how can there ever be a solution? I'm not sure if people are afraid or if people are just confused or ignorant, but it's pretty clear. I mean, Hamas is it literally stands for Islamic Resistance Movement. That's what it literally stands for. It's the Arabic abbreviation of Harakat al-Muqawwama wal-Islamiyya, which is Harakat al-Muqawwama al-Islamiyya, which is Islamic Resistance Movement. That's what it stands for. Hamas. That's literally the name of it. And if you read their charter in English, it will say Islamic Resistance Movement. Their entire goal is to establish a religious Islamic society in that place, and they build and base their ideas on Islam and on the idea that as Muslims they are supposed to fight and get rid of the Jews, that they are supposed to keep that stronghold of Islam when the end comes. That is their ideal. That is their goal. That is where they see themselves. And if people don't acknowledge this, then they will not understand what this conflict is about. This is an important point. It should be brought up to everybody. It should be brought up all the time. The group was formed with the whole idea of eradicating the Jews. That's what they are about. Mr. L said the Muslim apologist, and the PL supporters can be made into a perfect South Park episode. No changes or humor exaggerations needed. Most definitely. Most definitely.
How about no?
Karis Voss
I don't buy your Ella.
said we should applaud Hijab for figuring out the root of misinformation is people stuttering. Seriously. Seek the Cross said, have you seen All Israel News, the hero of kibbutz? The hero? Which hero? I don't know. I don't know what you're referring to. Don't know what you're referring to. Got to see it. Did you, David?
No, I'm looking it up right now.
Karis Voss said, have you seen the holiday resort tunnels Hamas has set up? I saw some videos of the tunnels. They're pretty messed up. They live like rats instead of... Imagine this. Hamas is the government in charge of Gaza. They get a lot of funds from around the world. Instead of using those funds properly to give people a better life, they build these massive underground bases, underground operations, underground cities, just to fight and to hide from Israel and to come out every now and then like rats and fight. That's what they do.
So the hero of kibbutz is Shai Asher. He was a simple husband, father, high-tech worker, and member of the kibbutz emergency team who saved his community from the Hamas invasion. So one guy basically with a gun stood his ground against the Hamas terrorists who were trying to storm his area.
Nice. Respectably nice.
Not according to Western college students who know you should have invited them in to slaughter everybody because that's what I'm programmed to say because I'm a moron.
Why didn't you give your children and your family?
No, I don't. Just offer them up like offering child sacrifice to Moloch.
Yeah, why didn't you do that, you idiot?
Yeah, do that.
Colonizer.
Stupid colonizer.
Colonizer.
Occupier.
Free
Palestine. Free. They sound so dumb.
Hamas has an annual turnover of $1 billion. This makes them the second richest terror organization in the world.
After Israel.
I don't know where this video is from, but this is pretty good.
So why is Gaza one of the worst places in the world to live?
It's, by the way, not one of the worst places to live. This is just propaganda piece. which is somehow repeated here. Well, I don't know why, but it's not. There are way worse places to live.
Yeah, well, look, they go to the poor area, which you could do. I mean, I could take you to my old trailer park here in the U.S. and say, look at what the U.S. Look at what it's like in the U.S. Or you could go to the what do they call it, Bling Alley or something like this with all the gold.
Yeah. Hey, people keep saying that she was 9 years old. I should really turn that into a sound for my sound.
That is soundboardable.
That is very soundboardable. She was 9 years old, said the next Zuckernick. Thank you, man.
Case in point, instead of digging wells to provide clean water to their people, Hamas digs tunnels so their leaders turn a profit off of smuggled goods.
Oh, we're just digging water tunnels.
12% of childhood deaths in Gaza are due to contaminated water.
You see, the Jews are poisoning the water.
If they're not using all that money to take care of their citizens, where is it going? Into the pockets of Hamas leaders.
Look at these guys. These guys are loaded, man. Man, I need to go join Hamas and get paid.
I know.
Worst part is, most of the leaders don't even live in Gaza.
Yeah. They live, like Ismail Hani, he lives in Qatar, but I think he also has actually a residence in Turkey. Like he is in Turkey occasionally. They're like between Turkey and Qatar, living in these countries where they can live freely and do whatever they want, and live their lives. Whereas the people that they encourage to go outside and to fight live in Gaza in dirt, because these wealthy bastards don't want to share the money which they receive from rich countries. They want to use it for themselves.
Hey, well, they kind of deserve it. I mean, if you bang your head all day on a wall to get a good Zabiba, then you deserve your billions of dollars.
Yeah. But hey, to be fair, they probably don't take all of it for luxury. They probably do spend a lot of that money
on prostitutes.
That too, and
child prostitutes.
That too, and missiles
and Dawa. They probably send some of it to Dawa.
No, they spend it on missiles. So to be fair, they don't just exploit all of it. They also buy missiles for that to.
Mutta marriages. Mutta marriages gets really expensive real quick, like because some ladies charge a lot for mutta.
Yeah. Among prostitutes and missiles, there's just not much left. I mean, I don't know why we're blaming these guys anyway. Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up here. All right. What? Not all right. I'm not even halfway through the super chats here.
Yeah. What's your problem, dude?
Yeah. Cedric said, but there is no Hamas in the West Bank.
Why stuttering?
T Turbine, thank you so much. I appreciate it very much. Ari Wasserman said, deep down, they would never target civilians. Wallahi, 51% of Americans 18 to 24 agree with me. According to a Harvard poll, you're nothing, boy. You're finished. You're done. Yeah.
You're finished already. Look at me. You know you're done.
Yeah, that deep down is somewhere.
Ari's making some good points here.
Yeah, amazing points, man.
Powerful points.
Hey, this is funny. I'm searching for Mohammed Hijab disgusting on YouTube from an anonymous page, and it comes up as a recommendation. Like, this is great. So not just to me, to everybody. This is cool. I really treated this guy badly.
Predisposed morality.
Allah gave to me. No.
You think it's wrong because deep down.
Oh, that's where that came from.
Morality, which is, we would say, a predisposed morality. That incest is wrong. That suicide is wrong.
What?
He honestly thinks that we need some predisposed morality from Allah to understand that killing ourselves is bad. So I told this atheist, don't be But wait a minute.
What's wrong with you?
What is wrong? Starving to death in an atheistic worldview.
How did no one arrest you when you're sitting there butt naked in a car?
This was in the garage.
Down. They know that eating food is good and that starving to death is wrong. And why do they know that? Because they have a predisposed morality from Allah, which is why they know that starving to death is bad.
Man, the guy's such an idiot. That was a lot of fun to make, actually. Thanks for reminding me of that, Ariwa. So, oh boy. Daniel Pikachu said, "Hi, David Wood and JP. First time catching you live. Love the work you do." Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Mr. L said, "David seems to know a lot about the torture techniques. He was a torturer himself a while ago." Yeah.
Yeah. Someone should put me in charge of torturing people.
Yeah. I always do that. Yeah.
To extract information.
It is fun. It is fun. Greg Smith said the Arabs have a saying, first comes Saturday, then comes Sunday, which means first we kill the Jews, then we kill the Christians. I heard of that before. I don't know how popular it is. Can't say. Can't say nothing. But yeah, after Saturday comes Sunday, we know that.
You never heard the famous song, "First comes Saturday, then comes Sunday, we kill all the Jews, then we kill all the Christians." Yeah.
And then some college students come out and say, "Free, free Palestine, free, free Palestine." But yeah, so today I learned that after Saturday comes Sunday. This person with this script that I don't want to read says, "Is there any eyewitness of Muhammad's mirage in Quran, Sahih, Hadith, etc.? If not, end of story for," you mean mirage, for end of story for Al-Aqsa, Palestine. So his night travel.
No, he never left his bed.
Somebody must have taken a photo of him flying to the sky on the back of a flying horse. No?
Yeah, so yeah, according to sources, it's some sort of vision, but Muslims believe it actually happened, but there's no. It's what we would consider some sort of vision or dream.
He's just being Islamophobic.
You're being Islamophobic.
Albana Gusto said, "Love the twist you guys put on the serious matter at hand. Islam is a joke." What? How dare you say Islam is a joke?
That's pretty offensive and
Yeah.
Islamophobic.
I'm blocking you, unfortunately, Albana. Thank you.
Racist.
Daily Sheriff said, "Please stop laughing. They've lost all humanity." Who?
Well, when we stop laughing, then we've lost all humanity. So no.
When we stop laughing, then the world stops laughing. Sanke said, "Erdogan said he might invade Israel. As a Turkish Mossad agent, how does AP react? Will he fight for Erdogan or for the glory of Zion?" Well, of course, I will be loyal to those who employ me. So Mossad, that's where I'm
Not the guys who want to put you on trial for blasphemy and apostasy.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
So I completely stand with my boss over at in Israel, at Mossad, and yeah, I also told them, by the way, that Erdogan is not going to do anything. They were slightly afraid about this, but I said, nah, it's just bluffing. Next, Zucker Naik said, "I'm back from my social media break. Anyway, what's been happening for the past couple months?"
No one cares. No one
Is
cares.
David still a loser? Nobody cares, man. Like, what is this?
Yeah. The guy wants attention.
David is still a loser. He is. Jack Ray said, "Here is some of the Mossad and Vatican payment." Dude, don't say it.
Yeah, you got to disguise it as something else.
Yes, say this is for.
Act like it's a question about anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You just say anything.
Say the eyes of the leather strip of the hyenas.
Yeah,
or
just say that.
Yeah, say something like that. Say something funny. Don't say it so obviously. But thank you. The Jose on one said, "What the Jose on one said? The Joes on one said, are we going to see a debate between Ali G and Shaky Booty?" It is in arrangements. Like people are trying to arrange it. Maybe one day. Yeah.
No, we'll have someone else, someone better for Shaky Booty.
Yeah. T Turbine made a super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hey, thank you. Thank you.
Whoa.
Thank you. Thank you.
Eli.
I know. I just kept saying thank you because I didn't want to say it wrong. I was waiting for you to say it. I'm glad you jumped in. But thank you, Eli. Thank you so much for the contribution, man. Very, very helpful. Thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate it very much. Very much. This keeps this alive. And this is, by the way, a super chat that is necessary and that comes from Mossad. Under the disguise of just loving us both. But thank you. I appreciate that. Kiki said, AP will put your faith in Jesus for your sins.
No, I want to keep my sins.
Don't say that. I'm an atheist. I'm getting offended here. I'm going to
I don't believe in sins.
I'm blocking Kiki now. Thank you. Hey, Eli, thank you so much, really. I appreciate it very, very much. I have to say that again. Michelle B said, Hanani Naftali released a video today about how the Quran notes how Moses stated, "Oh my people, enter the Holy Land, which Allah is destined for you to enter." Surah 5:21. What is your take on this? Really? He actually published that? He actually made a tweet including an Islamic reference? That's funny to me. Because normally he only tweets about the political stuff. Let's see. This messed up. Did he? I don't know. I didn't see it. Didn't see it. Assalamu alaikum. Wait, what?
In Palestine, or perhaps returning to it? This is a question that sparks endless debates and conversations around the world. Today, we're diving deep into what the Quran, the holy book of Islam, says about the Israelites and their connection to the land of Israel. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict is often seen through the lens of occupation. Some people claim that Israel is an occupier and that the land should be returned to the Palestinians. Now, while this is a complex issue that can't be summarized in a single video, it would be interesting to see what is the Muslim perspective on Israel from the book of the Quran. First, let's read Surah 5:21 from the Quran. "O my people, enter the Holy Land, which Allah has assigned to you, and do not turn back and become losers." Here, Moses is speaking to the Israelites and stating clearly that Allah has assigned the Holy Land to them. This suggests that according to the Quran, the land belongs to the Israelites by divine decree.
David, what do you say about this? I think you looked into this more than I did. So,
yeah, what you have a bunch of Quran passages. Matter of fact, even their favorite verse of all time during attacks, Surah 5, verse 32. If anyone kills a man, it's as if he's killed all mankind. If you take out, if you put back in all the parts that they cut out to pretend that this is a teaching of Islam, even there it says, if anyone kills a man except for, and it gives it says that the Jews are allowed to punish people for making mischief in the land. And so it's like, wait a minute, Jews have the authority to punish people for making mischief in the land. What land is that? Is it China? Is it Australia? What land is it? It's talking about Israel, because you have all these passages and so on. But you do have passages talking about Allah punishing the Jews and so on, and giving them the two punishments. But that seems to refer to either to the Assyrians and the Babylonians, or to the Babylonians and the Romans, or something like that. And so, but there's nothing about them not being on the land anymore. It's like they were punished. But I don't know. But you have all these other things where Islam's supposed to dominate the world and things like that. So you can have if you're a Muslim, you can have the bigger picture in mind, saying, well, it's all supposed to be ours at some point. But if you're just looking at the Quran, it looks like Allah gave the Jews a piece of land.
Alhamdulillah. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm not familiar enough with the context and the verses in
might be a good topic to actually just go through all of them, like go through every single passage that talks about it, and then every passage that Muslims would use as a response, and actually see, like, is there an official takeaway message? Or is it just a big mess like everything else in the Quran?
The problem is that if you want to address this from an Islamic perspective, and if you want to tell Muslims, hey, listen to Islam and listen to what Islam tells you, then you also have to take into consideration the secondary source, or the source that is very much equal in importance to the Quran, which is the Hadith, where Muhammad says that the Muslims will conquer Jerusalem, and then the end will come, which, by the way, is very funny because they did conquer Jerusalem a long time ago, and the end did not come. But which is why they are now twisting it and saying, no, that is talking about a future conquest, the second one, the one that will come in the future, because it didn't happen last time, but it's going to happen in the future. Now, if they do conquer Jerusalem and it doesn't happen again, and we have another 500 years, they will say, no. It's talking about the eventual conquest in the third time. But yeah, so the problem is that the Hadiths also belong to the Islamic tradition and beliefs. And according to those, Muslims believe that they are supposed to take Jerusalem before the end comes.
But if a Hadith contradicts the Quran, then the Quran trumps the Hadith. So if you could actually make a pretty solid case of what the Quran says, then you could say, aha, therefore we don't need to pay attention to the Hadith.
Stop being Islamophobic.
You're being Islamophobic. No, I think it might be a good little research project at some point to actually just go through every verse in the Quran that talks about Israel and the land and so on, and see if there's a takeaway.
Inshallah. Beatrice said, AP, the reason why nothingness can indeed have created our universe is that the eyes are the leather strap of the anus. Stop it. Why am I expecting something serious every single time? This is good. This is a good trend. This is a good trend. Thank you, Beatrice. Delishira said, pray for those men. They've lost all their humanity. Which men are you talking about? I don't know. But thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate it very much. Let's pray for those men. Big Willie said, AP, did you see the video of the Palestinians shouting Allahu Akbar as rockets were fired, and then after him? Yes, I did see that.
Yeah, you just saw the pictures of the dude in a meme. Yeah. He's becoming a meme. So that's that's the guy who famously is cheering as the missiles are ringing, and then later on he's crying, "Ah, they're firing missiles back!" Ah,
yeah,
and crying. He goes from cheering to crying.
Did I save that somewhere? If I saved that, it would be a very interesting thing to look at right now. But I don't think I've saved that any reference to it anywhere. But yeah, so there is a guy who makes videos, and he indeed that when missiles were fired, he was like Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, and then later when Israel responds, he's like terrible. Don't make fun of people's plight. Obviously, he's very sad because it's not going his way. Samuel Tawheed said, promoting my own channel again, mocking Islam through songs and other means. Appreciate it. P.S. Love you both. Keep fighting for truth.
Mocking Islam is never nice.
Mocking Islam is very Islamophobic, and I will block you. Yeah, thank you. Greg Smith said, if we drew a picture of Hitler or burned a copy of Mein Kampf, would the Nazis be up in arms? Who is more evil, the followers of Hitler or Muhammad? Stop Nazi phobia. Draw a picture of Hitler. Yeah, I would say they are on different levels. They just don't look at it the same way. But in all honesty, I don't think that I would necessarily. I don't know. I'm careful not to make a comparison here.
No, you finish what you were going to say. You're going to say, I don't think I would insult Nazis by burning a copy of Mein Kampf. That's what you're going to say. Because just the other day, you were explaining how Hitler was a good guy because he believed what he was doing was right, and that's all that mattered.
I never said good guy. I made a video in the past where I actually ripped up the book Mein Kampf.
Shame on you.
Serious. I'm serious. You never saw that?
No. I'm getting a feeling I'm about to now for 3 hours.
You never saw it? No, I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to play it. But I actually made a video in which I ripped up Mein Kampf. And people went crazy. Nobody said anything actually at all. But yeah, well, it's funny. The Real Massacre said, will Turkey be on the U.S. Thanksgiving table? Don't say that. This is very Turkophobic.
If they mess with Israel, they will be.
Yeah.
Just in time, cooking turkey, just in time for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I have to block you now, Real Massacres. Zach said, AP, if Israel is the enemy territory, why do Palestinians want to cross into Israel? Isn't the purpose of the fence to keep the two peoples apart? Well, yeah.
What are you talking about? They want the land.
They want the land. They want all of the land.
Yeah, they want the entire land.
They want all of the land.
Hence, from the river to the sea.
They
from
want
the
to take all of
Jordan
the
River
land.
all the way to the Mediterranean.
All of the soil. They want to take it all and they want to eat it. She was 9 years old. Leather strap of the anus. She was 9 years old. 2 memes today. Justin said, hello, I love you guys. Are there any books or videos that you can recommend so I can learn more about the history of Palestine? Palestine has a very short history. It's about 50 years long, or less.
Yeah, you can look up an article. I mean, you could look up articles or videos on that sort of thing. If you want a book, you could get Robert's book, The Palestinian Delusion.
Yeah.
But yeah, just I mean, be careful because you could be getting a lame site if you're just going on a website or something like that. But yeah, you can look it up. Just make sure you're getting accurate historical details.
Or just get The God Delusion instead by Richard Dawkins.
Yeah, that'll explain everything.
Yeah. Or you could just read a Wikipedia article, or you could read Britannica, or you could read, I don't know, something like that. But yeah, if you want to understand the stuff from the Palestinian perspective with a twist, I would always recommend, again, this guy's book here. I still have him here on my screen. This guy's book called Son of Hamas.
Move Hamas from power. Remember my words, okay? And Hamas did not only bring the wrath of Israel over Gaza.
They brought my wrath.
God. We are.
Read this guy's book. Samuel Tawhid said, did you know bombs kill people? I know, this is amazing.
No,
This is
people
fantastic.
kill bombs.
Yeah, yeah. Cenk Uygur with this fascinating revelation, I would say he's probably going to become president. Grant Moff Tarkin made a super chat. Thank you so much. What do you think, David? Will you vote for Cenk Uygur?
Sure.
Definitely. Yeah.
Multiple times.
Yeah. Nutters became a YouTube member. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And welcome to the club. You are now a Prophet member. Yadu Krishnan said, you know what is common between a Jew, Christian, Hindu, Buddhist, Han, Chinese? They all have conflicts with Muslims across the world.
And this proves that everyone else is the problem.
Yeah. You forgot to also mention Muslims. So Muslims, Jews, Christians, Hindus, Buddhists, Han, Chinese, they all have in common one thing. They're in conflict with Muslims. Yeah. You forgot to include Muslims in that. Muslims also have conflicts with Muslims, the biggest of them. Mark H. said the surgical operation to kill bin Laden was preceded by an invasion and 20-year occupation. Is that really what hijab and the like want?
Well, it was Cenk who said that you should do it. Just do it like you did, but bin Laden. Do that
Just
little
listen to
surgical thing where you're looking for one guy and you know where that one guy is, and you can send people in to get that one guy in the middle of the night. It was him saying, treat the thousands of Hamas and their supporters like that. Like
Bombs
that one
kill
guy,
people.
like that mission to get one guy. That's a guy.
Bombs
This
kill
guy.
people.
Yeah, this guy running for president of the United States.
Bombs kill people.
No, people kill bombs.
No. Richard McLean said, hi, AP. I put the YouTube link for that Pakistani preacher in the general chat. Wouldn't let me post it in Super Chat. I think it was from 2018. Oh, I have to check that out. It's too far gone now. Can't track that. But I'll see. Maybe I'll watch the chat now. I'll watch it now. Graham of Tarkin said, ever notice that Daniel Akikachu never has debates about whether Islam is actually true in an analytical sense as a set of propositions. It's always about Islam's societal utilitarian value. I know I said the very same thing.
We've both pointed that out before. Daniel seems to be someone who is freaked out by changes going on in society, and he looks at Islam as a tool for social control.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like.
He is outraged that people can just do whatever they want. He's outraged that he cannot marry children. He's outraged.
If he could just marry children, everything else would fall into place and everything would be great in the world.
Yeah. If you could just marry children,
just kill everyone that he disagrees with and let him marry children, then everything's good.
Yeah. Plus, also have the right to beat women. Not send women to school because then they will end up doing OnlyFans.
Do OnlyFans. It's obvious.
Jeez, what a nut job. But yeah, no, I said this before too. I specifically talked about that quite a few times. Daniel Kikuchu is completely ignorant and weak when it comes to belief, theology, when it comes to these things. He will not debate that stuff. He just likes to go to socio-political issues and use tons of fallacies to make his point. That's what he does. Saga says, Spectator Index 3 seconds ago, breaking. The UN Security Council will meet on Monday to discuss whether the eyes are the leather strap of the anus.
That's good to know.
God, yeah, thank you. And again, I was waiting for some good news here, or for some difficult news here. The Magician, David and AP, did you watch the movie Nefarious?
I did not.
Why, you didn't watch the movie Nefarious? What is wrong with you, man?
I don't know what that is.
What is wrong with you? Nefarious. Horror mystery. I don't know. Why would I watch it?
2023.
I didn't see it. I don't know what it is.
35% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That means it's really good.
Seriously?
It's probably good.
Independent horror film written and directed by Chuck blah, 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 based on Stephen Deuce's...
Just watch it. Don't be Islamophobic. Thank you.
Just let me read the entire plot, including spoilers to everyone.
That's what David does.
So
Notice said, Mr. Prophet, do you play the game Crusader Kings 3? If not, it's really good, better than all the other Paradox games, in my opinion. Dude, if you want to get nerdy now about
it's already getting pretty
strategy,
nerdy
about Paradox games, which I am a very big fan of, then this is going to be, this is going to be very nerdy. Yes, I do. I play Crusader Kings 3. I play Europa Universalis 4, which is my favorite game of all time. I put like so much into that, and I play Hearts of Iron 4. I love them all. It's amazing.
Well, it keeps getting nerdier and nerdier.
Nerdier. This is amazing stuff. Yeah, amazing stuff. I love that game. Yeah, thank you, man. I'm a fan said Ofra has a voice of Israel and Yemen for president. Yes. Axiom said, what do you guys think about Israel supporting and sending weapons to Azerbaijan in an ethnic cleansing campaign against ethnic Armenians in Karabakh? They did provide weapons. They did provide means, and lots of people condemned it. I thought it was horrible, pretty bad. And yes, I think Israel's involvement in military operations by Azerbaijan were pretty dumb and pretty nasty, because what they did as a result of those supplies is to go and ethnically cleanse Armenians in their own place.
Yeah, that is
That
is an ongoing issue, including for places like the United States, but Israel here, that, you've got weapons and someone wants to buy your weapons and you say, okay, yeah, we'll sell you the weapons, but what are they using those weapons for? Yep. Sometimes you sell people their weapons and they're using it for some messed up stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's completely worth condemning. I did. Lots of others did too. But that doesn't take away from the fact that at the moment, in this situation, I'm totally on the side of Israel with what's happening. Because the eyes are the leather strap of the anus.
No, they're not. Hey, to be cool, like making having an entire debate on whether the eyes of the leather strap of the anus.
I think you said that before.
And bringing in arguments. And so here are my 7 points to prove that the eyes are in fact not the leather strap of the anus.
Yeah. Great expectations. Thank you so much. Church Apostate class said,
we should set it up with James, modern day debate at like DebateCon 5. Tell him we want to debate, are the eyes the leather strap of the anus? David Wood versus Shake Your Booty.
Yeah, we should do that. Let's do that. Let's arrange that. He'll probably hate that. He doesn't want to have joke debates. He's not funny. Church Apologist class said, OT, AP, I know you mean by being completely incapable of repentance and belief. I pray your mind be renewed by the Holy Spirit. Cry out to God despite your unbelief. Don't expect an instant response.
Or die in your rage if you don't do it.
I appreciate your sentiments and your concerns and your suggestion.
Isn't it nice getting comments that aren't like die in your rage?
No, I want to get angry stuff. Like this is boring. You should have said this in a different way, like AP, you hypocrite.
Yes.
I know what you mean.
You will
be
repent,
humiliated. If you don't repent, I will destroy you.
You don't repent, you're a little weakling.
You're finished already. Look at me. Look at me. You know you're done.
Yeah, that's what you should have said. Then maybe I would have reacted to this. But right now, this seems a little bit unconvincing to me. I don't know.
This man has real problems.
DLW4456 said she was 9, bro.
No, she was 9.
Crusader General said very bad words during Hajj. No. Count Booga said,
how about no? I don't buy your Ella.
Count Booga said, AP, do you play Divinity Original Sin? Now we're talking about games. See, I opened the gates of hell.
No, I don't play that. I just play Dungeons and Dragons all day.
Count Booga said, do you play Divinity Original Sin 2? No, I never played it. Or Hades. I have that out, but I didn't play it. Maybe I should one day because I found it kind of quite interesting. Both awesome games, and Blasphemous 2 just came out. An amazing game as well. I heard of that. Haven't played it. By the way, thanks for all you two do. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll check it out. Sounds fun. I should create a separate channel for gaming, just play games here. That's what I always thought I should do. I'm wasting my time talking about this Islam and Allah.
How about no? I don't buy your Ella.
Notice said, have you played the Paradox game? Look, see another one. Have you played the Paradox game March of the Eagles or a game of dwarfs, LMFAO? Also stay away from HOI4. That game is the most hour-draining game I've ever played. Every single one of them is. But no, I didn't play those. No, I should check it out. Thank you. Don't make another super chat. Get another game instead. Senke said, have you seen in Denmark the government is restricting public housing, so there aren't neighborhoods over 40% non-Western with high unemployment crime anymore? Really? I don't know about this. They should have done something about all of this long time ago in a different way that some people suggested, but nobody wanted to listen.
That's the thing. You got a problem and you can deal with it before the problem is out of hand. But then once the problem is completely out of hand, then you have to deal with it in much worse ways. And that's what sucks, because the problem is not going away.
But why did nobody ever say anything? Why did nobody warn the West?
Because people are morons.
But why did nobody ever speak out? Like nobody ever said anything about this.
Hey, you should get that as your license plate.
That's good. Grand Moff Tarkin said, Allah having a body from eternity past makes Islam dualistic, not monotheistic. An eternal physical body requires a co-eternal space to occupy. I don't want to get into the logistics of that. But yes, you could technically argue about this.
Because if you got into the logistics, you would be humiliated.
I'll be humiliated. I'll be destroyed. Yeah, very, very much.
We're proud of that.
She was 9 years old. Made that same thing. Hashtag SW9YO. Spread the word. She was 9 years old. Is that a pop? Did that become a hashtag? Is that being spread?
It may have just become a hashtag right now. But your meaning, is that actually a hashtag?
Yeah.
I'll check while you're reading comments.
You should. It should become one now. Everybody should be posting that hashtag. Totally out of context.
No, there are no results for that hashtag.
Huh. Then this movement will start here.
We're going to start it. Let everyone know we're going to start it. We're both going to tweet. We're both going to tweet with that. Matter of fact, I'll find that video of that dude and then reshare it, and then with the hashtag this time.
Yeah, let's have it here on the screen one more time. Here. Hashtag SW9YO.
What's cool is you could mean that for other things too. She was 9, yo.
Yeah. Or it could be about something else. Like she was 9 years old when she achieved this big goal, Could be anything. anything. Who knows?
Yeah, any story running about any 9-year-old, you could share that, but
yeah,
we'll know what it really means.
Yeah. Who knows? Yeah. So people should start using this, and this will be a great movement. This will change the world. This is the beginning of a revolution, and it happened right here. You have seen it. You're witnessing history right now. Church apologetics class, Sam, seems a bit repetitive, but you didn't take my comment seriously. I did take it seriously. I just joke when I take things seriously. That's what I do.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's noticed, but I mean, we talk about death and bloodshed, and we still retain our refined senses of humor.
That's how I function. That's what I do all the time.
Yeah,
that's how I get through life.
How are you going to spend all day looking at jihad and bloodshed and not have a sense of humor as you're going through it? Or...
Yeah. I get sick. I feel like I could die, and then I joke about dying. I see bad stuff. I joke about the bad stuff. I see good stuff. I joke about the good stuff. That's how life is. Fantastic. Yes. Like that one song. It's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Imagination.
Like in that video.
Which video?
Down where you're butt naked in your car.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Church apologetics class said, seems a bit repetitive, but you didn't take my comment seriously. God doesn't respond immediately and will renew your mind over time if he chooses. The best you can do is be open to repentance. I'm going to make a joke about this now, and then you will say I didn't take it seriously. But I did take it.
Then don't make a joke. Just take it seriously.
And you should say this in different ways, like you will be humiliated if you don't repent. I'm just kidding. Thank you, man. I'm taking your I'm taking note of it. I'm mocking your words. I'm marking your words. Mercedes F1 fan said, "May Allah reward both Jahannam." Say Inshallah.
Oh, that's a Muslim dude who was mouthing off that one time.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, he was mouthing off in Nabil. Remember that?
Yeah.
Mouthing off to Nabil. Cool. And matter of fact, I think I made this plain as a response to him last time.
Oh, that's cool. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
I still got it.
He said, "May Allah reward you both with Jahannam, with hell." Say Inshallah. Inshallah. I would like hell. I would love hell. The magician said, "David, do you think the Catholic Church is heading for a schism over their leadership policies?" You are an expert in this whole thing, David. What do you think about this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not in response. Just in general, we've talked before about when everyone feels like they're in danger and under threat, then the tendency is to join a group. But then then within groups, people have different names and stuff, and the tendency now is for everyone to get everything they want, and you get that by breaking up groups. So that's not just going to happen with the Catholic Church. That's going to happen with every group. Just so everyone knows.
Why are you stuttering?
Why you stuttering?
Notice that last super chat about Paradox games, LOL. But you're ready for the new EU4 and CK3 DLCs AP? Yes, I am.
Nerdiest stuff ever.
I'm waiting for them.
Do you have your 20-sided die for Dungeons and Dragons?
That's a completely different world, man. This is serious stuff here. This is serious stuff. These are serious games.
I saw you on Stranger Things.
Yeah. Yes, I'm waiting for them. I'm ready. Thank you, man. Imara Fan said, Ninalo Ofra has a voice of unity. Yes. I don't know what any of this means, but thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, I'm gonna go. Let's go. Let's bounce. I'm a bounce. David.
Yo.
Mercedes F1 fan said Aisha was not a child. She was an adult. You kafir. She was an adult.
No, he said she was an adult kafir.
She was an adult kafir.
Muhammad molested an adult kafir. Okay, so Mercedes F1 fan believes that 9-year-olds are adults, and the daughter of Abu Bakr, who's called the mother of the faithful, she was actually a kafir. So
the mother of the faithful was a kafir. Wow.
She wasn't a child. She was a 9-year-old kafir.
She was 9 years old.
9 years old! You don't realize she was an adult kafir.
Here, I'm retweeting this here. This hashtag. Look. She was 9 years old. Hashtag.
Oh, nice. I see it.
I'm retweeting this.
I will share that too.
Yeah. All right. With that out of the way, with everything out of the way, thank you so much for everybody for viewing. David, anything else that you want to get off your chest before we go?
Just this shirt, so I could be like you in hijab.
How about no?
Sit around butt
I
naked.
don't buy your Ella.
Yeah. I need to separate these sounds. I need to just use how about no. It works better in context. SG said, AP, do you love Jesus? Yes, I love Jesus. What, are you expecting a joke there or something? You're waiting for a joke? There's no joke here.
Everything's a joke to you, AP.
Sid Dave said, AP David, please make an animated series, Adventures of Mo. Weekly episode, drop like Netflix, would be a worldwide phenomenon. Is this supposed to be a joke?
No, we do need some permanent. We need to blow up and then have like permanent animators who just crank out do the animation constantly.
We already do. Thank you. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a fantastic day. Be back again. We will be back again. Once great things happen, we'll be back. And
we're proud of that.
And until then, have a fantastic evening, afternoon, day on this planet. And as always, as my dear friend with his soothing voice likes to say, a wonderful advice for everyone in the world to follow. Let us listen to him.
Stay away from Islam.